Hello everyone, welcome back to Die Party Gambit, a weekly Star Wars Force and Destiny role-playing game on the tabletop. We're back for another week. I think everyone's in the right positions. Yes, they are. My God, I didn't even have to change it. That's how professional we are as streamers, guys. Welcome back. So if you remember last week, we actually did character creation. So we have a lot to cover today. We got to start the whole game. Oh, and you guys found lightsabers. Do you remember the colors?
I do.
I think it was orange, blue, green for Tess, and greeny blue for Fuzz, right?
Turquoise, yeah.
Turquoise. Okay.
Yeah. Turquoise.
Excellent. Well, let's go around and introduce everyone. Let's start off with Tessichka. Did I get it right this time?
Close enough.
Tessichka.
It's okay. Hi.
You know that description you gave me for, like, it's just like chicken, and I'm like, what the fuck? It still gets me. It still ruins my mind. So
It's just Tessa and then the chicken part. So it's just like Tessa Chka or Tessa chicken. Either one works.
I'm gonna say it like Tessa chicken for the rest of my life.
That's fine.
I can
as long
say
as
a
you get
name,
the
and that
Tessa
is
part right.
confusing me.
Exactly, right? You know how to say it. I don't. And it confused the shit out of me when she explained it to me. I'm like, what? Okay, anyway, sorry. How you been, Tess? What's up?
I've been good. I don't remember. I think this happened actually before the last show, but I hadn't actually gotten a chance to ride it yet. I sold my triathlon bike that I never rode because it was really uncomfortable and not safe to ride around anywhere around here where I live. And anyway, so I sold that, and for the money that I made on selling it, I was actually able to buy not only a mountain bike, but also several bottles of wine, which is awesome.
I'm sorry, I did not expect that. I was like, a mountain bike and, you know, a treadmill or something. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And he's like, yeah, I got fucking drunk.
Well, it was great because I got to go mountain biking, which is really scary, but I actually didn't go mountain
Did you go
biking.
downhill? Did you go downhill?
No, I went biking on my mountain bike on some trails that are around where I live that are a little bit gravelly. I'm learning. I'm a noob. I am such a noob. It's really
How long
funny.
before you're doing BMX tracks and stuff like that? Yeah.
A couple of years at least. Give me some time. But I love it. It's so much fun. I've just been taking it out every day. Rob's funny because I think he didn't expect me because he knows how to mountain bike. He grew up doing it. But so I was really excited.
Surprise! I got a mountain bike and I'm drunk. Let's go.
Not at the same time.
That sounds fun.
The wine is for after the mountain biking, man.
That'll cover everything. Yeah.
But it was funny because I don't think he realized quite how much of a noob I was, and then I'm still taking it out every day and carrying it back up our 3 flights of stairs, and he's like, okay, maybe you won't be a noob for long. This is good. It's really cool. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Streaming lots of Destiny, racing in Sparrow Racing League, which is just like pod racing. So that totally put me in the pod racing mindset for this game because racing things is awesome.
Maybe that's what you do as a job. We'll find out.
I would love that. That'd be great. That'd be fantastic.
So Fuzzy, let's talk to you for a hot minute. What have you been up to?
I have mostly been playing a lot of 7 Days to Die.
I that, and I want to get into that, but I'm so deep in Arc right now. It's like,
yeah, well, this is like basically it started out because Alpha 16's just come out on the unstable branch. So me and Bo decided to try that, and we were like, yeah, it's a bit too buggy, but we'll just play a little. We're like, yeah, we'll just play a game off stream, and then it was just like, I don't want to stop streaming. I think I'm just going to stream some 7 Days to Die today, and the entire community is just like, yeah, 7 days. So yeah, now we have an enormous fucking fort, and we're I'm just there I must build all of the walls and reinforce everything, because that's kind of what I do in games like this. It's just everybody else fucks off exploring. I'm just here building a wall, and they come back and it's just do we have a castle?
Yep. I very much I played that game a little bit. I want to play more of it, but I got to get through Arc.
I have a server, Henley. I have a server. You are welcome anytime.
I got to get through Arc. I'm sorry. The Arc takes precedent.
Through Arc. You don't get through Arc. Arc never ends. They're always putting.
Look, I just made a flying castle, okay? I'm doing the business, all right? The business is getting done. I have a flying fucking castle.
Well, after that, you can come and get repeatedly murdered by angry zombies at night, and it'll be great.
Yeah, I might do that. That sounds good.
So much fun. So much fun.
Yeah. Speaking about having so much fun, let's talk to Peachy, who is just a ball of fun. How you doing, sir?
I really am a ball of fun. I've been super busy trying to sort out my community day today. We're going to play TF2.
Oh, fucking Jesus.
Everyone's welcome to that, by the way. I looked over.
Look, I'll get on there and I'll flog the fuck out of you. Let's go.
Oh, please. I will pwn you, noob.
You don't even know how to hat.
I don't even know. I am like, my stream is 90% hats. That is my entire personality.
Yeah, but not make-believe hats, you know?
Not make-believe hats,
No,
true
that's
hats.
right.
Also, I've been uninstalling every Take-Two game that is on my PC until they stop being assholes.
Why? What'd they do?
Boycott Take-Two.
Why?
The most popular single-player offline mod for GTA, they served a cease and desist, a badly written cease and desist. So fuck 'em, pricks.
Okay. Well,
And they'll be like, "Oh my god, those 10 viewers that watch your videos."
And then you know what would happen? They're looking at their Steam, all the Steam installs, and be like, "That Peachy uninstalled 3 games today."
If you look at GTA on Steam now, the most recent are all mostly negative. Yeah, and Rockstar released a statement, sort of distancing themselves from Take-Two, saying stuff like Take-Two's actions and stuff like that.
Nice. Well,
So I think it's going to be fixed.
I mean, modders, there's plenty of reasons for them to do it. It's probably selfish, but I don't know. Who knows?
Fuck Take-Two. Their CEO doesn't even play games and thinks people who are playing online, which they paid like fucking 60 quid for, are freeloaders.
I mean, it's true. You are
No, it
you are a freeloader. Think of how hard they work to keep the servers running, you know?
Yeah, that's what shark cards are for.
Anyways, let's move on over to the lovely lady in red, aka Kika. What up? How you doing? How's your week been?
It's been pretty good. Had been trying to keep up with everything related to E3 and Dota 2 and all the tournaments, and it's kind of overwhelming along with studying, but I've gotten in some good voice acting streaming.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Like,
Or,
what are you voice acting now? Final Fantasy still?
Final Fantasy 9, yeah. Still doing that. I actually sort of hurt my voice earlier this week because I gave could I do like one of the voices that I gave one of the characters?
Go ahead.
Well, I give a character this voice, which is very fun to do, but it gets kind of grating on the throat after a while.
How the fuck does that voice come out of that?
That
makes no sense.
What else can
Honestly,
you do?
it reminds me of Hoggle from Labyrinth.
I was gonna say like the
I
the
love
guy
Hoggle.
from Mrs. Doubtfire that's just like, "Oh, you stop," you know, that guy. Like, I love that guy.
I know
That's
that guy. I know what guy you're talking about. Know exactly who you're talking about.
what happened to your breast, Robin Williams.
Yeah.
No, I know. Well, I mean, shit. I feel sorry for your throat. I really do.
Oh, it's better now. Been drinking a lot of water and tea.
Great, honey.
I'm good to go.
Put honey in that shit. Makes it feel like fucking awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I've also gone to the gym every day this past week, so
Hell
I've been feeling
yeah.
amazing.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, all right. Let's jump into this shit because we got a lot to do. First, I believe we need to make sure that everyone has guns and stuff. So each of you have 500 creditly dues. I gave you homework, and I know some of you haven't fucking done it, Tess. I mean, like,
Sorry.
but let's go through and make sure that everyone is good, because I don't want to be like through the game, halfway through the game, and be like, actually, Dave, I would have a gun. You know, like, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do that right now. So there's no excuses. So who hasn't bought things?
Do I need a gun?
And you don't need a gun. You have 500 credits. You have some starting gear that you can buy. So
Yeah. I already.
Like, for example,
give
a
Keisha
mechanics kit. You know, like things like that. You know, things to make your life
you mean a
easier.
toolkit?
Yes, I mean things like things that you can use and be like, but Dave, I have this thing, and I'll be like, oh, okay, well that's cool then.
Well, I mean,
Don't let me kill you with the door then. That's great.
I would love to get a rifle because I think I have
Mm-hmm.
ranged heavy. That's one of my main skills, and I would love to get some kind of kit that lets me medically minister to my really cool pet.
Okay.
Because I want to keep it alive.
Yep.
I
So
think there's a medical kit in there.
everyone should get back to pads. I think they're called or something. Okay, so there's a couple of issues, things you can go. You can go energy, or you can go like ballistics with rifles. What would you prefer?
A slug rifle.
Mm-hmm.
What better suits my skills and also looks cool?
A slug rifle is cheaper, and it's also like you know those guns that the sand people had, like the rifles, like they're like
Oh.
Wow, did
Yeah,
that just really happen?
yeah.
I mean, I would lean
One of
towards
those.
energy.
Okay, cool.
'Cause that
So
would
let's
be
give
cool.
you a blaster rifle. It'll cost you. Wait, no, you don't have enough money.
Blaster rifles are expensive.
So we can get you a pistol to begin with, and you can find a rifle by killing dudes. You're good.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah.
That's fair.
So all you need is, let's give you a light blaster pistol. That's pretty good. I will make sure your sheet is up to date. That way we can scream through this. Okay. Combat. All right. Weapons. Let's go. All right. Blaster. Pistol. This is what I do for my players, guys. You should keep take notes.
amazing.
Take notes, GMs. This is how you get your players to keep playing. You do everything for them. All right. Skill, range, light.
Blaster rifle is 900 credits.
Yeah, you
but
don't
a
have
slug thrower rifle is 250 credits.
Jesus, look, it sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
All right, so
It is
damage.
cumbersome and it has no stun setting.
Yeah, you want to be able to like walk up to dudes and be like, bzz. So that's a stun. So what is the encumbrance on this thing?
Yeah.
1. Great. HP is also 2. Great. Perfect.
Thank you.
So qualities, stun. What else does it have? Just stun. Just stun. All right, cool. All right, that's so Tess, if you go to your page, click combat up the top, you might actually see it right now. There's a weapon there called light blaster pistol. Do you see the D20 in the middle of the page there?
Hold on. Combat. Why am I?
Yeah, it goes there underneath all these stats. There's like some red boxes. This says
Oh, there
character
it
info,
is. I'm
skills,
blind.
combat. Yep.
I see it.
Do you see the weapon in there called light blaster
Yes.
pistol? All right. So do you see the
Yes.
D20 in between critical and encumbrance?
Yes.
When I ask you to roll, you just click that button.
Mhm.
Click it now, so you know what to do.
Okay.
Perfect. See.
Cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Henley. You're amazing.
No worries. So that cost you $300 dues, so you have 200 left. If you want to get gear, there is some stuff I recommend, especially if you want to not die. Let's see. I'm going to assume that everyone has like backpacks and shit, so don't worry about that. Actually, yeah, so it's not going to be too bad. I assume
You
everyone's
mean
going to
like
have
the backpack tool?
Yes, the tool. The backpack will give you like, so everyone just take 50 off because the backpack means that you can actually carry things, which is good.
Cool.
I would highly recommend everyone gets a backpack. There is let's see here, medical equipment, stim pack. You can. So the way that stim packs work is you hit a stim pack on a dude, he gets 5 health back, like that. If you use a stim pack on him again in the same session, he gets 4 health back, then 3, then 2, then 1, then none. So effectively, you can use a stim pack on a person or a creature or an NPC 5 times in a session.
Okay.
So that's what that means. They're $25 a pop, so you can get 5 for 100. That'll leave you with 50. And depending on what you want to do, if you want to like get climbing gear, or you want to get a data pad, or you want to be able to like, data pads are good. I recommend getting them. So.
Okay, so I've got 50 left because I've got how many stim packs?
If you get 5 for.
If
100.
I get 5.
Mhm.
Okay, so 5 stim packs. Sure, data pad. I'll go with that.
All
Why
right.
are they good?
Yeah, that's fine. Everyone can have that. That's not a problem.
It should be noted that the backpack increases your encumbrance threshold by 4.
Yes,
If
that's
I
why I
believe-
recommend everyone get them,
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure everyone's encumbrance is going to be pooped here. So, like for example, the data pad will add 1 encumbrance. You know, it's basically just like a tablet. Think of it as a tablet. It's how you get information and take money and that sort of stuff. The stim packs are 2. Wait, no, that's rarity. What am I saying? They don't cost any. They don't weigh anything. But later on, you'll get like armor and stuff, and then that's where you get encumbrance and shit. So, Peachy, I assume you bought everything you wanted.
I have everything I want.
What about you, Fuzz? How you going? You got some stuff?
Yeah, I have no idea. Right, okay, so I'll probably like take 5 stim. So we start with 450 because of the backpacks, yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right, okay, so if I take 5 stim packs, that's what, 350?
Yep.
And if I take just like a light blaster pistol or something?
300.
Right. So light.
Yeah, so it's 6 damage, 3 critical, 1 encumbrance, 2 HP.
Right, yeah, I've got the thingy somewhere, but yeah. And then what was it? Data pads.
I'll just give everyone a data pad for 70.
Yeah.
I'll give everyone it costs 75, but I'll give it to you for 50. It's not a big deal. We'll just even everyone out. So.
Okay, so that's everything for me then.
Yeah, cool. And Kiko, do you want to change anything up? Utility belt is pretty fucking good. What else do we have in here? So
Toolkits cost 350.
So yeah, there is a mechanics. There's like the equivalent of like a stim pack, but for machines.
Question: are we starting out with lightsabers?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. You won't have to buy your own lightsabers, but yeah, we'll get to that. So restraining bolts are good if you want to get one of those. If you want to like make a droid do a thing that you want to do. Hand scanner for you might be really cool.
If I need a toolkit.
Toolkit, yeah, $350. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But you're not buying a
puts me at,
pistol, so you know.
I'm not. Okay.
You said you didn't want a pistol, right?
I'd only be able to get a slug pistol.
I mean, think of it this way: you'll find guns. Like that's not a problem.
Okay.
Really depends on.
I think I will get a something that costs 50, and then padded armor clothing.
Oh yeah, okay. So padded armor will increase your soak, if I remember correctly.
I don't think padded armor, like heavy clothing or something. It increases my soak by 1.
Yep, that's really really good. That'll save you
Yeah.
a lot of problems. So the utility belt will increase your encumbrance threshold by 1. The toolkit allows mechanics and technicians to perform most mechanical checks to repair devices as well as heal wounds on droids.
Yeah.
So that's what you need if you want to do that. And I think that pretty much covers it. Everyone ready? Great. Okay, let's dig into this. So, yeah, we first cut back in time. It's you know, we get like, you know, 16 years earlier. Oh no, it'd be like 15 years earlier, right? Everyone on has been training at Ilum for a while now with their master. I believe I have his page somewhere. No, I actually don't. Oh, that's a bummer. Peachy, what was that guy's name again? You sent it to me. I'll take a look.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, here he is. Kadimun. Kadimundi. He is a Cerealian Jedi. You might remember him as the penis-headed dude, the same race as what Fuzzy is, and he's been tasked with the enormous task of training 4 Padawans at the same time, which, you know, granted is very unlike how it unlike how normal training goes for Jedi. However, right now he and Ray are on a completely different planet, away from the other group of kids. Let me pull up the planet name here. Sorry, I was prepared and then I had to help people buy guns. So they we see them flying down to, like, we do the whole like establishing shot of like a shuttle flying into Fortnax, a planet that has basically 5 rings. It kind of looks like a very barren sort of orangey planet. He's down there basically to, do Jedi things, which is to say, walk in and settle disputes between parties and that sort of stuff. Basically be a diplomat. While you are walking through essentially what is a marketplace, you see basically a Corellian male who is trying to hawk all manner of I guess black market animals, essentially. Do any of them stand out to you? Like specifically, like I mean, there's a lot of creatures here that you haven't seen before. For example, let's take a look here. What can we actually throw at you? There's things like a stalking alkal ray, which is basically just like this flying monstrosity. Basically, he's pushing them as like creatures that you can let loose in a prairie to like go do safaris and stuff with. In fact, there's a lot of Twi'lek predators there, and these are the type of Twi'leks who sharpen their teeth into giant spikes, and they prefer to hunt large game with basically their hands, claws, teeth, and primitive weapons like bows and stuff like that. And these are sort of... You're going, sorry.
Is there like a tiny cage somewhere in the back that's hidden behind all the big scary stuff with like a tiny little ball of fluff?
Not really, no. So basically, while your master is doing his disputes, it's small petty stuff. Basically, it's like, this guy's moving the farmland property markers every month, I swear, that sort of shit. You get this sort of twinge in the back of your head, just like it kind of feels like almost like a very poignant migraine, just sort of pointing in a direction.
Oh.
And it's sort of like, it's weird because when you swivel your head, it sort of like changes with it. It's almost like a compass to some degree.
Oh.
So, I mean, at this point, you're probably like you're a bit older than you were before. So we see you in like like a brown Padawan Jedi robe sort of thing, and you've got your training saber at your hilt there. It's nothing special. It's mostly just like it's just the crystal that you found earlier inside. Like basically, it's just a standard saber that they give to all Padawans. You couldn't hurt a fly with it. You can knock someone out. Just think of it as like a beat stick, essentially, at this point in your life. But
okay.
So you're getting this calling, essentially, in the back of your mind. Do you follow it?
Yes, definitely. I'm curious.
So you walk out into the main street, and all manner of merchants are hawking their wares at you. You have a guy who's trying to sell you like refurbished thermal detonators for some reason because he sees your Jedi robes. He's like, "Oh, young Padawan, come here and check out these latest gadgets that I got." And there's a guy there trying to sell you a speeder that he bought last week. But your mind
Did it
is
fall off the back of a truck?
Yeah, or back of a space truck, right? And you guys are basically. You're sort of pulled towards this big game vendor, the one that was selling all manner of monstrosities to the I guess the Twi'leks that were there, the predator Twi'leks that were hunters, and you see them basically loading a what can only be assumed to be a giant cat, like a big cat, big saber tooth coming straight out of his fangs, straight down. Its tail is almost like a devil's tail, like like the pointy tail that you see in sort of dumb recognitions of devils and stuff like that. It's very sort of sharp and sleek, and it's just bulbous at the belly. This creature, and it's snarling and it's trying to bite its way through the actual rails of the stuff. And the Cerulean's talking to the Jedi is like, yeah, oh yes, you let that thing loose in your quarry. I guarantee in 3 weeks' time there will be a babe straight out of that mother, and you will have more tusk cats than you could poke a stick at. I swear it. She's a good mother. She's already produced a couple of heirs, guaranteed to be not stillborn. And the two Twi'leks are just like, they sort of nod to each other, and they hand over like dirty basic money, credits. In Star Wars, there's two forms of credit. There's like loose credits, which is basically just like cash, as you'd imagine it today. And then there's the digital stuff, which is what the Empire uses. It's like cred sticks, basically, essentially. So they're just like, imagine a bank account stuck inside of a cylinder, and you have the idea. A lot of black market dealings go on with actual credits and stuff like that too. So, but you're being drawn towards this big cat, and you feel a life form connecting with you. It's not necessarily the mother, but it does feel like it's a life form within her that's calling to you. So what do you want to do about this?
Well, it's not born yet, so can I follow them?
I mean, they're loading it up onto a skip, and they're going to drive away for sure.
I mean, I don't have any money to offer for it, do I?
I mean, you have as much credits as you have right now, so
yeah, I've got like 50 credits. I can't. Yeah. I'm assuming I can't buy the mama cat for that.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, I have to know why this creature is calling to me. First of all, it looks like these Twi'lek traders are gonna, do nefarious things with it, and it's just calling to me. So can I stow away on the skiff and like go with them?
Sure. Why don't you give me a stealth check? Before you do that, I'm going to set the. Before we do that, let's everyone roll Destiny pool. So everyone go to your sheets and go roll Destiny. Sorry, hang on. Oh, you guys rolled too early, so I'll fix that.
Sorry.
Okay, go ahead. Keep rolling.
Do it again if I did it already?
No, you're good. Well, I've kept those rolls. Fuzzy, you got to click the Destiny pool, not the dice pool.
Which one's the Destiny pool?
It'll say roll Destiny.
Right, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Great, perfect.
That's the second session in a row that I got dark.
Yeah, what's that say about your character? Who knows?
So we have a lot.
We have 5 light side and 1 dark side. So keep in mind that you can, with these force die, you can say when you want to add to your roll, you can say, oh, okay, I want to upgrade my dice with a destiny point. And what it'll do, it'll change a green to a yellow, which is really, really good. It gives you an extra chance to crit. And if you have already full yellows, it'll add an extra green to the dice pool. It's very powerful. But you can also use it to downgrade my dice pool. So if I'm making something that's especially hard, you can say, GM, I want to spend a destiny point to downgrade that. And it'll remove difficulty from the pool. However, the moment you do that, I will get a dark side point. And I can do the same to you whenever I want. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to make this a 2 purple. So go ahead and please roll me a stealth check. Tess. Oh, sorry, hang on. Okay. Sorry, my bad. I'm using the wrong thing there. Go ahead now.
So how do I do that exactly?
Click on your skills. So see how it says combat? Yep. And then go down to stealth.
Stealth. Okay. And just click on...
Click on the dice next to it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Perfect. There you go. So You know this to be something really, really bad. You shouldn't be doing this. So go ahead and add to your strain threshold 1 strain, please. So you know how you got your threshold, then you got a 0 next to it. Just add a 1 to the 1 next to it. So, okay.
Just have to remember how to navigate the.
Yeah. So the way that this sort of goes down is you're in the back. You sort of wait for a moment when they may be turning around and shaking hands with the vendor, and you sort of climb into the back under a tarp or something like that of the skiff, and you get sort of driven away. You know. So, you know, you're in the back of this car for maybe, I don't know, a couple of hours or so when it stops. You've probably almost fallen asleep at this point, but, you know, if the car stops, it would wake you up. And you hear the sounds of the two men speaking in Twi'lek to each other. And they drag the big crate out, and they leave the they basically drag it out of the bus and they put it on the ground. With your same check, you sneak out, no problems. It's pitch black outside. You're in the absolute middle of nowhere. You have no idea where you are right now. But they basically just drive away and leave the cage unattended. They're basically just leaving the mother and her unborn children inside of this cage. No water, no food, nothing.
Oh my god.
So what would you like to do?
So what is the terrain like where we are? Like, are we in the woods?
Think savannah, basically. Like, you know, like where lions prowl and that sort of stuff. So.
Okay. Is it nighttime or is it daytime?
It's nighttime.
It's nighttime. Okay, so I'm not worried about shade or anything for the kitty,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm definitely worried about water. So the first thing I do is try to find water.
All right.
Or do I have water? Do I have like a flask with me or anything like that?
What does your character sheet say?
Where would that be?
You didn't buy anything like that.
I didn't buy any water, so I'm assuming no, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I try.
Yeah, so basically if you ever say, "Oh, I have water on me," it's like, well, does your character sheet have water on it? Like, you know, like, I think that's the stuff that's going to come up. So what I'm going to get you to do is roll me it's going to be a average check for survival. So you go to skills and just roll survival for me, please.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. So maybe you're starting to like come to grips with the situation, but go ahead and add another strain to your threshold. But yeah, you find what you're looking for. Basically, it's just a running stream, like a small stream next to it. How do you bring the water there? I assume you like find a rock or something like that and sort of.
Yeah, maybe I find like a rock that's kind of got some kind of indent, and I just pour some water into it and bring it over to Mama Cat and try and give it to her.
Okay.
And I'm not really worried about myself right now. I'm just worried about this pregnant kitty.
Okay.
And this because I'm getting this like sense
This
from
pregnant
within
apex
her.
predator.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting this sense from within her that this life, this something that's touched my mind is like in distress.
Yeah.
It's kind of feeling.
It's not so much in
agitated.
distress, but you feel like an obligation towards this unborn creature, essentially.
Yeah. And
So
I want to take care of it.
yeah, so as you approach the cage, basically the mother's just like looking at you, licking her chops, essentially, looking down at this small. What was your race again? You were a human, yeah?
Zabrak.
Zabrak,
No, I was
okay.
a Zabrak.
Yeah, so the small Zabrak child pushing a small bowl of water, essentially out of rock, into this like cage. It eyes you suspiciously for a moment. But then, it goes ahead and accepts your water, essentially, drinking it. So what's your next move? What are you going to do here?
Can I? Well, they just left it there. I'm assuming they're gonna come back.
Maybe.
Maybe. Why would they have bought it if not to come back and take the kids?
It's
I
an
don't know.
apex
Do I
predator.
wanna...
So, that's one way of looking at it.
I can't imagine what else they would want to do. Maybe that's naive. I don't know. Can I free it? Can I let it out of the cage?
Yeah. I mean, you have a lightsaber on you. You can do whatever you want, Miss Jedi.
Will it try? It's probably going to try to eat me. Is the only problem with that.
Well, you have a force power within you that you can use at any time. Do you remember this power?
Yes. Oh, that's right. Hold on. I swear I had the book open. Of course, now I
You
can't
should
find the
also
page.
have it. It should be animal empathy.
Yes.
Which should be in your character class tree. Under Sentinel.
Yes. There it is. Okay, I see it. Animal empathy.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can use that to get it not to eat me, then I'm gonna try to open the cage with my lightsaber.
Okay, so making checks to handle or tame animals. Add force rating no greater than force die no greater than your force rating to the check. You spend light side or dark side pips to add success or advantages to the check. So if you could go and so do you see your dice pool at the very top of your page? It has like blue, green, yellow, white, black, purple, and red. What I need you to do is go to the white and add a 1 in there because you have 1 force rating right now. Did you get more? No, you only got the 1, right?
No, I was gonna get more after this.
Okay.
This session.
Great. Yep. So you only have the 1 right now. So go ahead and add that. I'm going to make this a 2 purple check. If you could then go down to your skills after you've added the 1 to your force rating, go down to your skills and roll. I believe it is. I want to say it's either charm or it's. I want to say that it's survival maybe as well. I'm gonna go with survival because that seems like what your character is better at. So go ahead and roll that for me, please. Okay, so this is our first look at the dice mechanic for force powers. Now you've rolled 2 dark side points. Now here's how it works. You can flip those to light side, which will make them available for you to use. However, imagine this is your character tapping into the dark side, or trying to tame something that's more evil or more aggressive than what you are, essentially. But you're pulling in. You're scared. You're frightened. Whatever it is that you want to do. Now you can add additional successes to this to make it so that you win at a higher rate, but you've already succeeded. So you can just completely ignore the dark side and just go ahead and tame without using the force. That's essentially what you've done here. Because you see the star there, that means you've succeeded. So if you want to succeed...
I'm mostly just trying to get it not to eat me. I don't need it to defend me with its life or anything.
So maybe you just sit there and just sort of look at it for a while. And it sort of, eventually like lays down as best it can with its like bulbous belly. And it just sort of looks at you. And you two just sort of like look at each other for a while. And you go out and you reach out and you touch it. And it doesn't react. It doesn't try and bite your hand or anything like that. So if you want, at this point, you probably feel comfortable enough to open the cage.
Yeah, so I go ahead and try and do that.
All right, so this is the first time you've turned on your lightsaber. I like to imagine that in the inky blackness, maybe the moon is the only thing that's illuminating what's happening, right? Or is it the 2 moons? I think this planet has. You turn on your saber, like, and this bright green light like illuminates the entire plateau, basically. The animal inside the cage is not frightened though. So you go in and you slice off the mechanism that's keeping the cage locked, and it springs open and casually the big tusk cat walks out, and it's sort of like, I guess the mother nuzzles you, I guess would be the correct way to describe it. But you still feel a twinge towards this beast inside of her stomach. What would you like to do?
Well, I want to get it away from the Twi'leks. Like, I don't know what their intentions are towards it, but maybe
So how about we sort of montage the rest of this right now? Maybe we get a 3-week montage of you and this mother sort of like bonding. out in the wild, you know, you're learning a couple of things here and there about survival, and you know, this creature is feeling more and more comfortable with you. And around the third week, this like 4 baby tusk cats are born, and instantly you recognize the one that is has been calling out to you. It's the runt of the litter, and it's a sort of like a gray coat with a spotted tail.
That sounds perfect.
Mm-hmm. At that moment, you're, you feel the presence of your master walking back in. Kai Adi Mundi will sort of make his presence felt to you, and he will walk over to you and be like, "Good. I see you found a partner."
Oh, I'm so happy he's not mad at me. I was worried he'd be like, "Where have you been for 3 weeks?"
Well, normally I would be upset about this sort of thing, but when the Force pulls a Jedi away, he must answer it. The Force guides everything that we do, young one. You are wise to follow the Force in this one. However, be mindful of the future. Not all Force tells will be that of a good nature. You are wise to ignore the easy route and try and bond with this animal in a natural way rather than forcing it.
Thank you, Master.
So, the mother will let you take the newborn, like literally take the newborn with you. And you guys get on your speeder bike and you come back. And that's where we sideswipe 18 years into the future.
Henley.
Yeah.
Just as a note, I remembered I have mental tools, which makes it so I count as having the right tools for the job in mechanics checks. So I guess I don't need a tools kit.
I mean, the toolkit will give you like a blue dice sort of thing, right? So you don't have to have it to produce the kit, but owning a kit will make it so that you actually have the physical tools to do it as well, rather than the mental tools. So yeah, so you're capable of completing mechanical tasks without it, but you will get a better advantage if you have it.
Okay,
that's just something to think about. So it's 16 years in the future, not 18. And what sort of state do we find our group in? Like,
well,
go ahead.
I am.
So
we've got residents, right?
Yeah. So let me give you a little bit more information about the planet that you guys are on. So you guys.
Not sand. I hate sand.
No, there's plenty of sand here. Sorry.
It's dry and coarse and gets everywhere.
My God, shut up about that.
Oh my God.
So you're on planet Theta, which is in the Theta system. It's basically one of the closest planets that you can get from Ilium. And you guys have been here for a couple of months now. Essentially, your master told you to go on a secret mission, all of you, to Theta. And you would find out more information once you arrive there. However, as it turns out, it was just a simple ploy to have all 4 of you leave Ilum before the great purge of the Jedi Order happened through Order 66. The mission that you were tasked with carrying out was merely just a ploy to get you off planet into
Not dying.
Into not dying, basically.
Yeah. My mission is to not die.
However, you've all been left to your own devices for the most part. It's been a couple of months now since you've come here, and you're essentially stranded. You have no ship. You have no master. You have a holocron that was given to you guys. Do you remember what that holocron did? It was like computers and stealth or something like that, if if I remember correctly. All of you, in the first couple of months, the first thing you did was try and consult this holocron to see if you can find any information. But all it gave you was tools and understanding of how to survive without to your own devices. And for the most part, you guys have made a pretty good effort of it. It goes without saying that Jedi are hunted throughout the galaxy right now. Order 66 has come down from the winning side of the war. The planet name is Phaedra. I will dump it in chat for everyone who wants to look it up, because it is a real planet, and it does exist.
In the Star Wars universe.
In the Star Wars universe, yes.
I was a good student, read up on it this week.
So it's basically a planet that, for the most part, the Empire has overlooked. And when I say overlooked, I mean it has fallen to corruption, where the Imperial guards that are there, that are stationed within the barracks on the planet, are very easily bought, very easily swayed by money and credits, favors and drink and women. Because of that, it's a hive of scum and villainy, as everyone likes to say, as the impression goes. So I'm going to shut the door so that force dog doesn't bark anymore.
Man, force dogs. What you doing? Using the force dog?
Damn,
That's
dog.
pretty gangster.
So what is everyone... Give me an idea of what everyone would be doing with their newly freed lives from the Order of the Jedi.
I still vote Cantina banned.
I think I've spent a lot of my time meditating, because like the shit that's happened has really messed with me. It's quite emotional, because almost every single Jedi in the universe has just been...
Oh yeah, it felt gut-wrenching, like, especially for Fuzzy, I'd imagine, would probably be the one hardest hit. Like, you didn't, as open as your force power can be, it's pretty much only for you. You know, like, you can't see into the future for the entire galaxy. So when you saw this, it was like a punch in the stomach, as hard as one can get, because you didn't see your own fate, and it was clouded. And when basically the rug was pulled out from under your feet, a lot of you felt listless, you know. But your masters saw this coming, obviously, and pushed you out.
I think I might have spent a lot of time with what was your character, Fuzzy? I've forgotten her idea. I probably spent a bit of time trying to help you meditate to control your feelings. If it's been hitting you, like, I mean, it's probably hit everyone, but if it's hit you even harder.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think my character's probably trying to put like a bit of a brave face on it, because, you know, she's
that's the thing about Force Meld. There is no brave faces between you guys. You're all open books to each other, essentially.
Yeah. I've probably resisted it a little bit, because I'm but I'm trying to, so a bit of meditating, and probably just sort of sat there sort of quietly, I don't know, just fucking reading random shit on the holopad, and just basically sat there, like, you know, you know.
I also feel like I might have been the one that's gone out a lot to get like food or supplies or something.
And how would you do that? I mean, are you working? I mean, credits don't come easy.
I mean, I got credits.
How much?
But the others going out all together might draw a bit of a crowd. I'm a human, so I kind of...
No, this place is very multicultural. Like most... Think of the cantina scene... Cantina scene from Mos Eisley, right? Like, it's the same thing. There's just...
My character,
like,
after...
Humans are not the most... Like, humans are definitely not the most prominent species, especially on this planet. Because this is, you know, Mos Eisley is literally on the other side of the galaxy from here. So, the humans... I
think there's a lot of humans on this planet, isn't there?
From what I understand, it's about as normal as you'd expect. And, you know, Star Wars, in my opinion, is not all humans. So, at least I like to believe it's mostly aliens. So,
Honestly, like my character after the first sort of like week or so of just like getting, she probably sort of like, you know, it's like, we need money, and she's just like, you know, she was just sat in a canteen and watching a card game, just going, ding, and so she started like
Hustling.
Well, you know, she's observed the card game, she's learned the rules, and then she started playing, and just like she's just using her force powers to just like ever so slightly nudge the odds in her favor.
Oh yeah.
You know.
What type of force powers are you using in this regard?
That would be. Hang on, where's my fucking bullshit gone? Oh god. I have.
Keep in mind that your force, you know, mind understanding is only for your own future. You know, like so you can't use it to say see the outcome of the lottery, for example. It basically gives you hints and tells about like big sweeping events that's going to happen to you. So you can't use it to be like, what will my poo be like in the afternoon if I eat this for breakfast? You know, you can't.
Well, I've got very good perception and very good vigilance as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
she's also very regular, so she can probably make an educated guess.
Space regular.
Yeah.
Veda O's are very high in fiber, as it turns out. So.
Yeah. So I'll sort of use my sort of my perception and you know to and sort of like seeing because you know I'm a Jedi, so I've got fairly good sort of like understanding of how other people tick and things. So
what was your force power again? It was the force, just the yeah.
I don't remember.
Force C.
Yeah, force C. So but yeah, I'm just sort of like you know I've been sort of like just gambling small amounts just to kind of like work out people's tells and things.
So a good hustle also means like letting people win most of the time.
Yeah.
So sorry, what were you saying, Kika?
She using our force meld, she could also use my misdirect force power.
Ah, that's true. Yeah.
Would you allow her to hustle people out of their hard-earned money?
I don't think my character would mind that much.
So the way it's going to work with the force meld is that you will be essentially looking through her eyes and doing the thing for her. It won't be her doing it, but you could basically just control or sort of manipulate her in a way that she allows. Like you guys have been together for almost 18 years now. This force meld is very strong between you, and the ability that you have to control or use your ability through it is essentially like puppeteering, right? Like, so think of it more to that.
So if she ever like needs my help with like a hand or something, I'd help her out.
Well, that really depends. What are you doing to make money?
I would probably be doing like general repairs on like things like ships or like that, speeders or things like that. Yeah.
Would you have time to pull away from your actual? Because I imagine you'll probably have the most legitimate job out of everyone here.
You know, you've probably got time in the, you know, sort of like, hey, do you want to come down the cantina for, you know?
you can sit in the corner and drink a thing while I hustle some idiots, you know?
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you need to spend a lot of time playing, you know, it's just sort of like spend a couple of hours playing cards, just like win, you know, lose a little bit, win one or two big hands, come out, you know, not massively ahead, but come out ahead, quit while you're ahead.
It's just my side hustle.
Side hustle, yeah. What about you, Ray? I
want to say my character is totally trying to, you know, she's trying to pick on the complete arsehole, the obviously dodgy people, not the, you know.
So you mark your people. You actually like follow them to like a bar, and you just be like, you know, you send a force message to like Yaula about like, come on down, we got to hustle this down, you know, like okay.
Well, probably not. It's just like, this guy is a bad person, you know. It's like, it was like, ha ha ha, Wookie. It's like, yeah, you.
Well, so for food for us and stuff like that, I think I could probably go hunting, with my kitty.
Interesting.
But or just maybe do some odd jobs finding things for people, since I'm a seeker.
Yeah, you know, I imagine it's actually probably a lot easier for you to find people. Like maybe you're even working like local bounties or something like that.
Yeah.
Less
that's probably what I'd be doing.
because less about like, you know, kill on sight, but more like just retrieving. I imagine it's a lot of like, you know, whoa, there's a giant cat in my house, and you just like net a dude and just tie him up, put him on the back of the cat, and, you know, things like that. I imagine it's a lot more than that. Hunting wise, it's not really the planet for that. Imagine this just as like a standard sort of like desert-y planet, and not so much you like, I don't imagine a lot of people were out there hunting things. There's probably a lot more export import going on than that.
Okay, so then just bounties and stuff like that.
What about you, Varel? Where are you going?
Can I? There's probably a lot of kids here because, you know, safe sex in the galaxy. It's not a thing.
Okay, are you going to be a teacher? Is that what you're trying to do?
Can I go down that avenue?
That's
because I got a lot of information in my head.
Wait, you want to be
Maybe
teaching
like
sex education?
I do not want to be teaching sex. I'm a Jedi. Okay.
What would you teach exactly? What type of knowledge skills do you have?
I like mostly I'm law.
So law for you is Jedi Order law mostly, right? Like you got to remember you spent 18 years in a cloister. For
so like a
That's not
daycare kind of, like a daycare thing, telling stories and stuff.
You know, the Jedi once saved the world. It's like, what? The Jedi are fake. They're all dead. They're traitors to the Empire.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't bring up saying things like Jedi. Just tell them stories which are actually based on Jedi facts of things that have happened. Because kids like fucking Jar Jar Binks and shit like that, who was apparently force sensitive.
Really? Fuck you. I don't believe that.
Oh, you don't want to know.
Darth Jar Jar.
Yeah, there's a fan theory where he is a Sith.
Okay.
I like that theory.
It hurts. But maybe more of a like
the
a
only thing
daycare
that makes him bearable.
thing, because they don't want their kids with them when they're trying to hustle.
Honestly, I think it's the type of planet where they don't care if they have kids. If anything, it's probably more than
kids are probably going to get in the way of them.
I think kids will get in the way of them.
You know what I mean?
I imagine they use them for the smuggle. They're part of the con. Like,
Not now, Timmy. Not now. Mummy's busy.
God, just an entire planet of bad parents for you to make money off of. Like, no, I don't. That's a little.
I'm not saying the entire planet. I'm sure some people don't give a shit and will put their kids in a firefight. But
I tell you what, like. I tell you what, here's what I would imagine. Like, if you want to go down that route, you wouldn't make money from it. But I imagine the person who you rent your shabby hostings from probably has a kid who, for the most part, you look after in exchange for leniency on your rent.
Sounds good.
I imagine it's more like that than just like, all right, come on down to Papa Ray Kel's fucking daycare center.
We're talking like 7 kids at the most. I'm not talking like
He's calling the kids younglings.
Your youngling is very beautiful. I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, that's creepy.
When are you doing your gathering, young one? It's like, what? Yeah. So that's what I imagine.
Why
Do you need me for this conversation at all?
He put a helmet on us and made us hit balls. It was really weird.
But here's the thing, right? This person that you're renting from, it probably is 7 kids.
Okay.
Right? It's not just one kid. It's probably literally like a fucking horde of like similar looking children because they're all from the same family.
Well, that's rent done.
They all stick.
Leniency on rent. Just because you look after their kids. Yeah. Just because you stop them from running in front of banthas all the time doesn't mean that, you know, you get free rent. So
yeah, it does.
So that pretty much sums up what everyone's doing.
Henley. Yeah, it does.
Motherfucker, I can use your light side points whenever I want. Did you forget that? Like, yeah. All right. So yeah, you guys are pretty much just making your living, and you know, it's been a couple of months since that happened. I think out of everyone here, the person who stands out the most is without a doubt Ray and her young tusk cat, Faith. So, you know, you're pretty much known throughout the, well, I guess this sort of residency of I imagine it's more like a space dock more than anything, you know, like I imagine you basically got fresh off the ship and you're just like, right, where's our mission? And then like, you know, you felt the big pull and then you just kind of just sort of settled here for the most part, you know. So let's go through an average day for you guys right now so we can get an idea of how menial it is. So, you know, I imagine Variel is like, you know, first one up, maybe, you know, doing his meditation in the morning or something like that.
Do I cook breakfast for everyone?
I mean, do you?
Is everyone too sporadic to make breakfast? And they're like, oh, I want to eat breakfast. And I'm like, well, you will have breakfast.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Do you make breakfast for Faith too? I always come up to you in the morning and I say thanks for real, and then you give the bowl, like another little bowl for Faith, and I'm like, thank you. And I'm just like,
do you have like an apron on or some shit? It said kill the Jedi on it, but you wrote it out and put kiss there instead. Like,
yeah, it says kiss the Jedi, and I'm just kiss the Imperial sympathizer. That's what it is.
Yeah.
No, it's just got a pair. It's got three breasts on the front.
Oh my god! Do
you think that's a thing? Do you think they have novelty aprons in the Star Wars universe? They gotta.
Let's do. People are still
like. Do you think it's a novelty apron of like a fucking stormtrooper outfit or some shit?
And I didn't want to wear it, but like I didn't have an apron, and also it was a gift, and I feel like I'd have to.
And you know, a Jedi cares not for these things.
Yeah. You have like a second one that has like a print of like a Twi'lek stripper, but I get mad when you wear it.
My other apron is dirty. Yeah. So cereal with blue milk, maybe eggs. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah,
I'm
blue
still
eggs.
asleep at this point. I probably wake up last because, you know, I stay out late playing cards. So I'm just like, you know, just my little pointy head sticking out the blanket. Just like...
Yeah, you just get, like, as you walk in, as I'm making breakfast, there's just like a coffee mug just gets pushed towards you and you just grab it and go to bed.
Yeah, I'm probably coming in when everybody else is getting up and I'm like, ah.
Now I'm hungry, damn it.
I just had a great salad. I don't know what you guys are talking about. So you guys all go off in your separate ways. I guess Ray, you go off to sort of like, I don't know, almost like a bounty bar or something like that, where they have like, you know, there's a farm here, there's a slave that escaped a farm off in whoop whoop, and it's your job to just go off and, you know, with Faith, go find them. So I imagine that's what you've been working on a track for the past couple of days, and you know you've only come back to restock and, you know, see the friends that you have.
Yeah. Get some actual food in us.
Yes, instead of eating jerky, whatever that jerky is.
Yeah.
So you go back out to your to pick up where you left off. I guess Yaul goes to. Am I saying that right? Yaulor? How do you say that, Kika?
Yaula.
Okay, I did say that. So Kika, Yaula, you head off to your. I mean, what sort of things do you repair?
Probably. I'd probably just like find a shop to work at.
Like you just like walk into a shop every day and be like, "Hey, I'll work for you for X amount of credits or whatever," and they're like, "Yep, come in, work it."
I think I'd be like a regular employee by now.
Yeah, it's only been a couple of months. I mean, maybe the first couple of times it was like that, but maybe you just keep coming back to the same one. They just keep paying you. Like, maybe you're not on staff. Maybe they pay you in like hard currency so that they don't have to do whatever imperial tax or some shit like that. You know.
Yep.
But yeah, what type of stuff do you work on? Ships? You know, like land vehicles? Like, what are you working on?
Probably like land vehicles, speeders, stuff like that.
Droids?
Some droids, and the occasional blaster.
Like just dirty? You're basically just cleaning people's guns.
I'm fixing them.
Yeah, fixing them. Yeah. replacing the power cyclers and stuff like that in them, that sort of stuff.
Putting fixins on them,
Yep.
like bacon bits and
Yeah.
bunion.
They
And
come
then-
in with like a holdout blaster, and they walk out with like a weird, crazy gun with like all these different settings, and it can like make toast somehow.
The stun setting's actually just like a slight warming device they use to hold over bread. Yeah. And then we get the kids running into the house, and what's a good space alien here? I'm never good with Star Wars aliens. Maybe like
Can they be Rhodian kids?
yeah, I'm imagining Rhodian. Like I'm imagining just these sticky green monsters, just like big fly-looking things. Yeah, and there's like things like that, or whatever they talk, however they talk, and you're just maybe you're speaking back to them in Rhodian, and maybe that's why it's easy for you to do it.
I just learned a language.
Well, here's the thing. Everyone knows how to speak everything unless you don't want to for a particular reason. The only thing you can't speak is droid, unless you have the skill for it. So, or binary, I should say. And at that noise, I guess, Dia, you wake up to just like screaming Rhodian children just being like, ah!
Oh, morning. No, Sticky, get away, get away.
They're just jumping on you.
Yeah, probably we wake up and there's a small child trying to knee me in the face, and as they do, affectionately trying to knee you in the face, because that's what little kids do. They're just like, yay!
I imagine you don't even have like separate rooms in this place. It's so small.
Yeah.
Like maybe one of you has taken the cupboard underneath the stairwell or something like that, but for the most part, it's all open sleeping. So.
Oh, who? What? Oh, you? Yes. No. Hello, little. Why are you sticky?
He's like licking some sort of brown goopy thing on a stick. All of them have one,
I sigh and I beckon him over to the table.
Okay. Well, yes. Oh, good morning. How are you?
Hello, hungover, are we?
No. Just look. I got in at I don't even know what time. Okay. It's just. I'm not hungover. I'm just tired. Very, very tired.
I do that, and the coffee cup just sort of slides a little bit over the table.
I'm just like, don't even look, just like.
You do not have force pull, motherfucker.
Yeah, I was like,
I like how you do that, and then you just reach over and grab it anyway.
I do this, and you concentrate on the hand, and I just go.
You've seen your master do it hundreds of times, maybe even thousands of times, and you've been trying to get it down. You just can't do it. You're just like, oh, God.
I was just like, you'll get there one day, don't worry. Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
Everybody already at work?
Are you?
Yeah, everyone else is probably.
I don't want to
yeah.
say they're at work if they're like behind me.
Yeah, I ran by. Me and Faith literally like ran by, like gave you a quick hug, grabbed breakfast, and kept going. Thanks.
You're the equivalent of Star Wars anime girl with toast in mouth.
Yeah.
Oh God, you are a magical
I'm real.
teacher.
I'm real.
I believe Yaula is out back.
I am out back.
Cool, awesome. Yes, that's wonderful. Oh God.
Ching, ching. What is that noise?
It's like.
I'm doing some
What's he
modifications
even
on.
doing with this
yeah.
power hammer anyway?
I'm doing like modifications on someone's droid.
Like, oh, that hurts,
you
sir.
just-
Please stop. And he's like,
Are you like stealing parts so you can make your own droid or something? You don't need that.
No,
Look, sir, droids.
Someone is paying me a bit extra to make some additions to their droid.
What exactly are these additions? Is it fully functional now?
Yes.
Oh God! Don't remind me of the Millennium Falcon joke from the first season. We don't need a repeat of that. We really don't.
So I'm just going to concentrate for a second on what you're doing this way. Ugh. Ew.
Gross.
Ew. Who would? Oh, why? How is that? Oh, no. No. Oh. Dude. No. That's bad. Yes. When are we getting out of this dump?
I have been speaking to I guess the bartender at the Broken Shuttle.
It's the name of the bar, Broken Shuttle. It's inside of an actual shuttle that has broken and just rusted to the ground, and that's where they do it out of. Yeah, it's mostly moonshine and other things like that.
He has given me some tall tales about someone who he seems to think is a Jedi. Not sure how true that is.
Really now? We should go immediately and find out.
That's probably not a good idea.
Why?
I just look at you and you stink of like Corellian gin.
I haven't
Maybe
actually
a shower is in order.
Look, I don't drink it, all right? Do you never do feigned drinking? You spill most of it on yourself, act like you're drunk, everybody thinks you're drunk, and then it's great. It's a bit hard on the wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'll go and have a shower.
We're out of eggs. Would you like some toast?
Speaking about that, we cut over to
Do you have any marmot for the toast?
it's called Banthamut, actually. So so we sideswipe over to Ray. You're outside of the city limits by now. You know, maybe you've got like you've hired a junker, like speeder or something like that, and Faith is not big enough to ride yet, so you have to, he's more of a companion than anything to you right now. But this is where the trail left off yesterday.
Can he be a she?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
So yeah, this is where you and Faith left off yesterday. So how would you like to pick up the trail again?
So what am I chasing exactly, or have we not?
It's just
decided?
it's a couple of slaves that broke free of a farm down a couple of clicks outside of the main city that you're in right now.
Okay. So I'm basically following footprints, right? And
well, I mean, you decide it got real dark last night. You couldn't follow them anymore, and when you've come back to the spot you're in, it's not as easy as it was before dusk yesterday. So you're gonna have
to. Do I have anything of theirs? Does Faith have like tracking abilities? Can I give her like something of theirs to sniff? Is that a thing?
She can't really do tracking. She's more of like a predator than a tracker. But you will be able to teach her things later on. Just not right now, unfortunately. So if you take a look at her sheet, she actually does have skills. So
how do I look at her sheet?
You have access to it. You can just open it like you open your sheet.
Oh, cool.
So if you just go to the character sheet, she has an actual like claws that she can use for attacking things.
Nice.
She's good at coordination, perception, stealth, vigilance, and brawling, and that's her skills at the moment. So she will get better once you level her up, and by level her up I mean get a higher force rating. You need a force rating of 4, and then she'll become an actual adult. But until then, she is stunted, I guess.
So she's mostly just there for moral support.
Well,
she's the runt.
She's the runt, but she can still do things, a lot of things. So
cool. Okay. So I guess we're just scouting around, really trying to find some trace of a footprint or
So I tell you what,
track.
I'll give you a blue die with her to help. So what type of you have some tracking things, right?
Let's see.
Yeah, did you take outdoorsman? No, you didn't. You took grit, right?
No, I most of my focus was on this these animal skills. But I have
So you
I don't
have
know, what
animal
can I
empathy
use
and
for this?
animal bond, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe there are other creatures in the area that would have seen them. Can I like
Yeah, I mean, you can try and find them. This is going to be a perception check to do so. I'm just going to remove that force die from you.
Okay.
So, give me a second here. Let's make this a hard check, which is 3 purple. So go ahead and make a perception. Keep in mind that you can use your destiny pool to do this if you wish to level, make it easier for you.
Yeah, let's see if I end up needing that. I probably will.
No, I mean, pretty much like you're scouting around. Maybe the fact that you have a giant cat next to you makes it really hard to find animals. Mostly because, you know, apex predator and all that. But yeah, your search is fruitless for the most part.
How much of the light pool would I need to use for this?
I mean, you can say use 1 and it would upgrade your die again. So you'd have 2 yellow. Or you could remove a purple and make it
Okay, yeah.
So go ahead and click the destiny pool. Use light side point on your sheet.
Okay.
Great. And what do you want to do? Do you want to downgrade my die or do you want to upgrade yours?
I'll downgrade yours.
Okay, so with that, it should make that 2 purple. So go ahead and roll the same check again. Perception.
Perception, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no luck. Even like you sort of like you reach out to the force to see maybe if there's any life forms around you for the most part, and it's dead quiet. Maybe there's a reason for that.
What else can I do? Can I reach out with the force and with my vigilance just maybe sense them?
So vigilance is mostly used for. Let's take a look. Vigilance. I got so many things open. So vigilance is how prepared you are for this. So this is more like you setting up an ambush for a person, animal, that sort of thing. This is more you not getting caught in ambushes. So vigilance is mostly like, you know, how just naturally aware of the surroundings you are at all times. So you know, for example, you don't get as tired easy as other people if your vigilance is higher, that sort of thing. So vigilance is not so much like a skill for checking things. It's more, that's what perception is for.
Right. Okay.
You can try it again if you like. I mean,
sure.
you literally have. So what would you like to do? You have to spend another force die if you want to upgrade or downgrade.
Yeah, I guess I'll upgrade my.
Okay, great. So go ahead and click use light side. Great, and go ahead and roll. Oh yeah, no, yeah. I mean, this is very strange. It's very, very strange indeed that all of a sudden, like, what was essentially an easy mark is pretty much like gone. Like, there's no animals here whatsoever. In fact, take 2 strain. I reset your wounds and strain, by the way.
Okay,
so go ahead and just add 2 to your list there.
Okay. Whoops. So maybe something else is going on here. Like maybe it's a trap for me, or maybe it's a trap for Faith, or maybe something has eaten these slaves. But I'm getting a really bad feeling. And
It's funny you should mention that. Fuzzy, aka Dia, what are you doing right now?
Probably still drinking coffee and you know, chatting and fending off small sticky Rhodian children.
Yeah, so you're like, I don't know, sipping coffee that's like, you know, you're just drearily looking across the table. You know, there's Yaul like
No.
banging something. There's Viril, just, I don't know, bouncing two Rhodians on two different knees or something. There's a kid in front of you, like swinging his like meat popsicle around, you know.
No, I don't want to eat it. No, you eat
When
it.
all of a
fine.
sudden you get this massive feeling deep in your diaphragm, just like, you know, it feels really hot and spiky and nothing you've ever felt before. It's almost like, I guess it would almost be like instantly getting like, it's almost like having a heart attack a little bit, but in your stomach.
Oh.
Like everything just clenches, just like clenches together, like super hard.
Your ass is now stuck to the chair.
But at the same time, you guys, it radiates out of Dia, and you know it hits Viril, it hits Yoel, and finally Ray. You're out there like going like, where the fuck are all these animals? And then boom, you get this feeling, this like very sort of hot, spiky feeling coming from Dia.
Dear, are you okay?
I don't know. I feel something.
So I put one of the Rhodians down, I grab the other one, I just sort of stick it to the wall.
Duct tape. Yeah. The Radians love being duct taped to the wall. You know, like that's their favorite thing.
Well, this I got the suckers, I just Garfield him to the wall. In fact, I call this one Garfield.
Yeah, you throw him like a tennis ball at the wall and he just sticks.
He just goes. That'll keep him entertained for a good 10 minutes. And I walk over.
I just like walk in from the back with like a pipe in my hands, like something need fixing.
I have a bad feeling.
Yeah, your hands are like shaking like really hard.
There was nothing in that coffee, right? Except coffee.
It was just coffee.
Okay, in that case, I have a bad feeling.
Ray, what are you doing out in the wilderness after feeling this vibe?
I'm getting ready to head back to town and just give up on this particular bounty. And it sucks. I hate to do that because I haven't failed one yet with these guys and sort of building some cred. But I think this is one that I'm just going to have to drop. And I'm hesitating, but I'm kind of looking at Faith, and she's kind of looking at me, and she looks really uncomfy and unhappy. And I'm just like, yeah, let's get the heck out of here. And so I'm like literally getting on my whatever thing that I've got.
It's like a speeder or something. She just sits on the back. Have you ever seen that gif of a dog riding a motorbike with those glasses?
Does she have a bandana?
Yeah.
Does she have a bandana?
Yes.
Yeah, something along those lines, I imagine. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's just sitting on it. She like, yeah, she's raised her head, and she's like you could just tell like her hackles are up, and I'm just like, yeah, let's get the heck out of here. So I'm literally getting on my vehicle and about to jet.
Okay.
I can.
So yeah, you drive back into the spaceport. That's sort of on the edge of this like lake that is where you guys live. And as you're coming into the main like square, because I imagine you guys are sort of like almost above like a mechanic station for the most part. You know, you're very much in like the actual center of this thing. Because I imagine you guys got off the plane, you're just like, where do we go? And you just found a thing like pretty much right there.
This'll do.
And you haven't moved since
The
then.
force has led us here.
Yeah. And as you're going through the main street, there is a the only way I could describe it is sort of like a very dark ship in the dock that wasn't there when you left. And for the most part, you have never felt. It's pretty strong what you're feeling emanating from the ship, but it's even more like it's even more baffling because when the doors open, there is 7 or 8, probably 8. It's a 4x4 stormtroopers marching out of the ship down into the main square, and alongside of that is a man in Imperial officer uniform, and beside him a cloaked figure in dark robes. His face is obscured by almost like an unnatural darkness. They turn. The officer turns and speaks to the man, and the man says something back, or the cloaked figure, and he sort of then barks orders at the troops, the stormtroopers, and they start marching in groups of 2 out to basically different businesses and stuff like that.
So I see all of this and I'm like, oh shit, this can't be good. And so I kind of, before I even get into the center of town, I kind of take like a side street and park my vehicle somewhere and come up. There's got to be a back entrance to our home,
no, 100%. Like, you guys are Jedi. If anything, you're ever vigilant and prepared, right? So you wouldn't just be like, well, time to lay down the picnic basket and get settled. No, you guys have probably spent the first 2 months just being paranoid as fuck, and the other 2 months just like settling in and making preparations for anything that needs to happen. So
we probably have go bags and like
we have bug out bags, definitely. Well, bug out rucksacks.
Yeah. So I run in through the back. I even send Faith in ahead of me. I'm like, go. And maybe, can I teach her to I can communicate through the meld, can't I?
You can, yeah. To a degree. It's almost like at this point, you guys, within range, you guys can sort of communicate like telepathically, but it's mostly just like vibes and feelings. You can't just be like, hey guys, what's going on? Here's the numbers for this passcode. No, it's not like so much that. It's more like you guys can give like meanings and emotions and stuff.
Concepts and things. Yeah.
If you actually want to have a conversation with each other, you can call each other pretty much on your data sticks and stuff like that too. So. Oh
yeah, that's right. Well, if I can call, then I'm calling. I'm kind of like running. Down this back alley, and I send Faith forward. I'm like, Faith, go get the go bag and show it to everyone. and I'm calling them, and I'm like, guys, bad things need to GTFO. We need to get out of here now.
What sort of bad things?
You're echoing. Are you running down the? Oh, you are. Hello.
Yeah, and then I kind of stop short inside the house, and I'm like, they're stormtroopers. They've landed, or maybe all I say is they're here. And you guys know from that what that means. And then Faith is already coming out of wherever I'm like sleeping area, and she's got my like go bag in her teeth.
How about
everyone calm down. Stormtroopers have been here before.
Yes.
What makes this different?
I never felt this way before.
It's more than just stormtroopers. There's someone with them. Someone bad.
Do we know who?
I didn't get a good look at his face, but I don't think we need to stick around and find out.
Do you think he's?
Go on.
Do you think he's one of the Force users we've been told about? We would have heard about the Sith, right? The dark side of the Force.
So here's the thing about the Sith. No one knows about them at this point. They're pretty much hidden in
Would
mystery.
we know about like dark side Force users though?
You know about falling to the dark side, falling prey to the dark side. You don't know about people who use it at their
right. Okay. In that case, yeah. So something.
I probably know something about Sith.
I mean,
but I'm not going to bring it up to these people.
Give me. I'll tell you what. We'll see how much you know. Go ahead and make for me, please, a lore check. This will be hard, but I'm sure.
Can I roll that too?
Yeah, anyone can roll lore if you have it.
Oh God, what's my?
I
hate this character sheet so much. Skills and lore.
No one expects a Sith Inquisition. That's right.
Can I only roll it if I have it as a career skill?
You can roll it as every skill you can roll. So
okay.
Good or bad? I don't.
I'll let you know.
Okay. The dice still confuse me.
It's not a success, but it is an advantage.
It's an advantage, yeah.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
have a threat.
So yeah.
You immediately die.
So Variel,
I think he's a friend.
you know the following, that there has been tales, more myth than legend, about users who can control the dark side at their whim. They fall at their emotions. They give in themselves to the Force. Basically, you've seen it before, right? You've seen how easy it is to take what you want from the Force, but you've been instructed against it. You've been removed of emotion. You've been removed of all your earthly desires because of the fact that these sorts of things lead to wanting to take advantage of the Force. Imagine the Force given to someone who smuggles, or someone who does wrongdoings, criminal activities. Imagine how easy it would be for them to continue to do that stuff, how much advantage they would have. The dark side represents basically a shortcut. And the people who take advantage of that shortcut are the people that these stories talk about. They're like bright shining stars that die out as quickly as they come. From what the book has told you, there can only ever be two at a time, from what you've read. And
so far as Sith, I know about Fallen Jedi, and I probably know about the old Sith warrior wars, which were thousands and thousands of years ago.
It's
myth.
mostly myth. Like it almost seems like fairy tales. It's to the point of like almost like the Jedi's Brothers Grimm. That's the sort of vibe that you'd get from it. Like almost like the type of tales that a master would tell his Padawan in order to scare him to go to sleep early. Or
because that'll work. Just scare the shit out of them. They'll go to sleep. Just stick them on the wall. Make their little pad fingers.
Yeah, so that's essential.
Stay on the ceiling until you're sorry.
If there are fallen Jedi here, they might already know where we are.
We should go now.
That's what I've been saying.
All the kids run out, and off. Come on, pat him on his head.
Yeah.
Guys, how about we steal their ship?
Are you insane?
Yes.
Do we know what ship they came on? Was it a shuttle or a ship?
Oh, you really want to take on a bunch of stormtroopers and quite possibly some sort of corrupted Force user? Are you insane?
No, they're all out of the ship. We just
have
run
fancy tracking stuff, don't they?
We just nip the ship, go to a different planet, ditch it there, and then.
Or we just go. I'm leaving. Let's go. Come on. I'll start walking out the door. Just like, we
Henry,
are
do I
going.
have any
Can't we steal some other ship? Why do we have to steal the crazy ship? Well, I guess we can steal
Because
the
it
crazy
probably
ship.
has like turbo lasers or
Guys,
something.
come
Don't
on,
you want turbo lasers?
I want to live. That would be
So
nice.
I was looking up the ship. It's Lambda class.
Oh my god.
Lambda class.
Lambda class. Sorry, Lambda class. T4.
And with a lambada. Cha-cha.
That's it, yeah.
Did they do dancing classes? No.
Oh, so a little one. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's basically what Darth Vader used to drive around in his personal retinue of stormtroopers. So
This is what they look like these days.
yeah,
Oh,
they're
cute.
like that. Yeah, it's very dark.
I mean,
It's.
Look, we don't need the shuttle.
Yes.
There are plenty of smugglers here. We can
Yes.
get off.
Yes.
But everyone needs to be mindful of their
Apart from-
emotions.
Yes. Apart.
And I'd point at you. You especially.
But who's you?
We are also putting these people at risk by
Yes.
remaining here. So we
Yes,
should.
we need to go. But you need to be mindful of your emotions.
All right.
You are the strongest of us here with emotions.
I
You
think
can
he's
see
talking to
things we
Deer, right?
cannot.
Yeah, dear.
Yeah, I'm talking to deer. You can see things we cannot.
Yes. All right. We must go.
dude, let's get out of here.
We can probably find a smuggler at the broken shuttle.
I agree.
Do we have anything we can pay the smuggler with?
Yes.
I have something we can offer work in exchange, perhaps as well.
Yeah, I can find stuff. I've got some credits made from finding stuff.
I guess if we find one that needs a mechanic.
Just keep your heads down.
I pull up my hood.
Yeah,
I guess we
is
make
Faith,
our way to the broken shuttle. Then.
is Faith big enough to? Can I just like put her in my backpack, or is she too big?
No,
for that?
she's too big for that. This is kind of the problem with having a tusk cat as a partner. You're very recognizable because there's not a lot you can do. So here's the thing: you can have her follow you stealthily, right? You can have her do things like that if you wanted to. It's going to be hard to do that though. So
Yeah. Well, so maybe I'll just have her, because we're going to a place to find a smuggler, right? So I don't want her to come into the bar. They don't need to know that a tusk cat is coming on the ship, do they? Until we
People
actually
probably have weird ass pets.
That's true.
I'm debating trying to use my force power to like conceal her, but at the same time that might make us more noticeable to
Yeah, because they might feel us using the force.
Yes, I feel we should keep our force usage to a minimum.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe if I just if we take like a back alley we're gonna take a back alley to get to this bar anyway, because we want to stay out of sight, right? And then I'll just stay by the door as lookout and like let you guys kind of talk to the smuggler. And she'll stay outside somewhere hidden but connected to me, obviously, so she'll be our like double backup lookout.
double backup lookout. Yeah.
Yeah. And then once you actually negotiate passage, just be like, oh yeah, our sister has a pet. It's just, it's a tame little cat thing. Don't worry about it. It doesn't eat much.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and then once we get her on the ship, then
cute little kitty, right?
Yeah, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. So we'll just get her on the ship, and then we won't worry about it. We'll worry about it then.
As we leave, I just like smack the droid upside the head, and it turns on, and I tell it to like go home.
Oh yes.
It still doesn't have full control of the upgrades.
It just vibrates home. We're the worst Jedis, aren't we?
What are we doing to fucking Star Wars, man?
I don't know, but I fucking love it. Right.
Okay, so.
Oh wait, no, I instruct the droid to go in the direction opposite that we're heading to like maybe cause a bit of a distraction.
I mean, how's a droid gonna?
No. You want everything hanging out when you go, yeah?
Yeah, just make sure all your upgrades are running at the same time as you go to make sure they're functional and to calibrate them.
Find a stormtrooper, try them out on him.
Yeah, just give him a nice hug. He'll appreciate it. They need a good gesture of kindness to cheer them up.
Sorry, I'm building a character right now. You guys see this?
They're a smuggler by chance.
I mean,
Or is it Wobbly the hug droid?
I'm just making.
I love that.
Just making some stuff. So you guys, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, the droid will march off as per ordered. And there'll be a stormtrooper who's like, out of the way, droid. And the droid's just like, and like maybe his like eye comes out of his socket and hits him in the groin or something like that.
Eye. Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like, then the stormtrooper would be like, oh, and the other one would just pull out like a I forget what they're called, like a droid chip thing, and just push it into its front of it. God, what do they call it? Like the behavior thing? God, it's annoying me. But the control chip. What was that?
Control chip.
Yeah.
A motivator?
No, a control chip, and
yeah,
he will. And it's like droid. He's like, Droid, you are instructed to leave the area immediately. And then he'll turn to his friend and be like, are you alright, C233? And he's just like, oh, curse the Jedi. Restraining bolt. Thank you. That's what it's called.
Restraining
it's called
bolt,
a restraining bolt. Yes. Oh man, I made a really good character.
Oh shit.
So yeah, you guys make your way over. So what's the plan with the cat? You wanted to stealth?
Yeah, she's just gonna. So I'm gonna keep a lookout at the door, like at the back door to this bar, and she's gonna keep a lookout at the front actually, but she's gonna be hidden, so she'll see. Can she warn me of danger? Is that a thing?
I mean, what does your force power say that you can do?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna sort of maybe give you guys a little bit more credence here. So keep an eye on what your force powers do, because I'm not gonna know everything about your force powers. So develop a long-term bond. The silhouette no greater than half. It's just a bond. She won't be able to mentally talk to you or anything like that. So, but you can sort of like give her instructions, right?
Right.
And she'll follow them to the best of her ability. But she's not going to be able to be like, you know, oh, there's a stormtrooper. She's not going to be able to do that. Like you tell her to stealth.
Like I can't see her through her eyes or
White
anything like that.
bad.
That's,
I thought that was an ability, but I think
yes,
that's a
you haven't
later
got
ability.
It. You haven't got it yet.
Yeah, I don't have it yet. Right. Okay,
That's
so
mental bond. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, so maybe she's just by the back door by me, but just outside hiding under some pile of stuff or something.
Yeah.
Before we go in, can I like take a look at the place and maybe get a sense of if there's like any good escape routes in case shit goes down?
Yeah, I can make that a reality. I mean, here's what I'll do. I'll make it 2, and I'll give you a blue die because, you know, clearly you guys have been here before. So go ahead, roll me a skullduggery, please.
Skullduggery.
Yep.
Is this
What the fuck? Okay, yeah, you fail. This place is like a piece of shit. There's trash everywhere. It's definitely a place where people like come to like.
Would it be a place I have played cards in before?
Yeah, no, yeah. This is why you got a blue die in it. But it's an awful place, right? This is scum and villainy, right? Like, this is a place where the worst of the worst go.
Is there a Balchinian in here somewhere?
Probably, yes. And it's one of those places that's just like the front of it is a giant gaping hole because it never shuts, and it's too rusted for anything else. In fact, if you were to try and sneak out the back, you'd probably get tinea. You know, like that's the type of place this place is. Like, so it's not recommended, and there's not many escape routes at all. However, your advantage dictates that given enough damage to one of the walls because it's rusted, you know that wall too. It's like you can almost see through the bloody thing. You could force your way out if you wanted to.
All right. Okay, guys, let me do the talking. I know how to talk to these people.
No.
No, trust me. I got this.
I play cards here like 2 nights a week.
While they're arguing, I just walk in.
Yeah, they know. They know you're a cheat.
I am not a cheat. I merely observe and push things in my direction. That's not cheating.
That's exactly what cheating is. And then I just like walk in after.
I'm just like.
I just steal money from them. They don't know about it.
So I'm talking to the bartender.
Okay, he's like, well, what do you want?
Hey, Kimchi.
I told you don't call me that no more. And what do? You walk into my bar and you're like, hey, Kimchi, hey. And I'm like, you better pay. You better be here to pay up your tab.
To be fair, you only changed your name last week. I'm still getting used to it. How do I even pronounce that?
I just like walk up next to Varel and I like pat him on the shoulder, be like, and then I say to the bartender, yo, please excuse my friend here. He, you know, he thinks he's classy, like, thinks he's clever. We're looking
I
for.
to you like this.
Yeah, I walk up behind them, just like.
Yeah, you have to speak their language. Yo, we're looking for, you know, smuggler type. We got a bit of a job. It pays
I
pretty
face
good.
He like
I
starts
straight up
laughing.
face
He's just
palm.
like,
No,
smuggler
no,
type, hey? He's like,
No.
hey everybody, who is a smuggler type? And then everyone's just
Yo.
like hands up, you know, like,
No,
and he's like,
no,
take your
let me
pick,
finish.
huh?
Let me finish. Fucking blockhead. Let me finish. We need the best. You know, we got a
Well,
bit
no,
of
technically, we need the cheapest and the fastest.
So he's
Yeah.
like, it's like, hey everyone, who is the best?
No.
Huh?
No,
And everyone raises
no.
their hand again. It's like, okay, keep your hand up if you're the cheapest. Everyone like puts their hand down.
Yo. Okay, then I guess if you're gonna be like that, we'll just take our business elsewhere, and you won't get, you know, finder's fee. And I like turn to start to leave.
I'm still face palming.
He just sort of shakes his shoulders. He's like, you haven't paid tab anyway, so.
Oh yeah, but
Help us out and we'll pay our tab.
That's not how it works, little one. No.
What's a try?
we
Look,
we got a job for a hut, you know, and I was willing to cut you in for like 10%.
I like through our meld, I'm sending the strongest please shut the fuck up vibe ever.
So am I. Just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, you're working with one of those sticky bastards. No.
Yeah, but pays good.
Please stop talking. Please stop talking.
If the hut finds out, we're going to get killed.
Now, the only hut I know around here is Biggie's. You working for Biggie's?
Well, I can't tell you which one I'm working for.
There's only one, so you either are or you're not.
There's
You don't
only
get
one
eggs
around
tomorrow if you
here.
don't shut up.
So what would you like to roll here? Because, you know, you're not going to get anywhere unless you want to commit some dice to a table here, Kika.
Deception.
You want to roll a deception. Okay. I'm going to make this hard. I'm also going to give some black die because you guys have been here frequently. I'm going to add 2 black die, in fact. So you're out. What are you trying to gain from this man? You want to deceive him into finding a smuggler? One that matches your quota of cheap, the best, and what was the other one? Or just cheap and the best? Okay.
It doesn't need to be the best, you know, just serviceable.
Okay. Go ahead.
The cheapest and
You're looking for a
and-
value proposition.
Keep in mind
Yeah.
you
Yes.
can use Destiny Pool. Yeah.
We need the
And
budget
to
option.
Shut the fuck up about the tab.
Shut the fuck up about the tab. Yeah.
Okay. I think we should probably use some Destiny Pool.
All right. Go ahead and use one up. Which one?
You're making him stronger.
So here's my
We had a
general rule
rule
of
on the
thumb.
last series that we only use Destiny die for bullshit reasons.
Yeah. Here's the thing about Destiny die. I can only make like big sweeping plot changes happen when I have the Destiny die in my favor, right? Which is why I waited to 3 die before doing my thing. But I'm never going to use a Destiny die to counter your Destiny die. You know, if you upgrade or downgrade me, I'm never going to be like, well, fuck you. I'm spinning one as well. Like that's just bad GMing. So I'm not going to do that. But
It
if you
also
want-
works the other way around, right?
It does, yes. So, like for example, if I'm just like, well, no, I feel like there's a lot of dark energy around this. I can just downgrade your stuff. You know, I can do that. So go ahead and spend a Destiny die if you want to.
What do you think, Peachy? Should I?
You got 6 light side die right now. So...
Boo. I'm only going to use mine for bullshit reasons.
Okay, so I hit use light side.
Yep. Great.
Cool.
You can either upgrade your die. So it'll take a green to a yellow, and if you don't have any green left over because they're all yellow, it'll add a green. Or you can downgrade the difficulty of my stuff.
I'll downgrade the difficulty, I think.
Roger that. All right, please go ahead and roll for me. Skull, do you have Deceive? You do, don't you?
Yeah, deception.
Yep, go ahead and roll that for me. Yeah. So, you know, he's like, hot, hey? I tell you what. I'll introduce you to someone, then we'll talk about this finder's fee, eh? And then, once you get this money from this deal, you pay your goddamn tab, yes?
Of course.
I want your word. A word is gold around here, you know that.
I sort of like glance at Dia. Yeah, of course.
You glance at Dia and she's going like that, and then you glance over around and he's going.
So, okay. Alright. She's like, okay. Alright. Tell you what. You come with me. The rest of you stay here. I'll introduce you to somebody. Very nice woman. You'll like. Very much.
I turn to Dia. If she dies, you can read the eulogy, correct?
Oh, yes.
Come. Don't just stand there. Come on. He shuffles into the back.
Oh, no, I wouldn't have said that while she was there. I would have waited till she went.
Yeah.
Not that much.
I go with.
Yeah, we're just like, I don't know.
So he'll like walk like down like a hallway, then up like a flat of like metal stairs, you know. And take over. And he's like, so you finally stopped working for that mechanic bitch down the road. No, I don't like her very much. She what's the word? Smells. Yeah. And he like, you know, keeps walking up the stairs. He's like, glad you're finally getting into the game, you know. Smuggling's good business, eh?
Yeah.
You make an awful lot of money screwing other people, huh? Yeah. You seem like the type that likes to backstab, yes? I see it in your eyes. I see you got that glint, you know. I know that glint. Everyone who has that glint make an awful lot of money at the expense of other people.
Yeah, well, I thought I should get used to the area first before diving into the game. I, gotta learn who to trust.
But you went to bed with Hut. Oh, no, you did poor job.
Yeah, well, I need some seed money, No,
he'll give you seed money. Don't worry about that. After you suck the life out of himself, huh? You'll be a husk by the time you're done working for that Hut.
Yeah, well, I've been there before, if you know what I mean.
Working for Hut? I didn't think you're the type. Normally when you stop working for Hut, you don't work for Hut no more, Anyway, he pulls a bead curtain aside to the top floor. He's like, let me introduce you to Melina. Very good, very good. She knows her stuff. She can hide things I didn't even know were possible.
So, we can
Hey,
get some
Melina!
privacy?
And, she looks over at this short, white-haired Cerulean woman. And she sort of has her feet up on the table and she's playing a round of cards, and she has this big death stick in her mouth, a bigger one than normal, almost like she strapped 3 death sticks together and she's smoking them all at once. And she's just like, and you owe me. And she the other guy just sort of looks at her and she's like, now fuck you. And then she just pulls out a pistol and just shoots the guy in the neck, and he's just like, and just sort of passes out on the floor. And he's like, Oh, don't worry, it was a stun. I wouldn't actually shoot him. That's just bad business. Who shoots the business partners that they work with, huh? Nobody. Come, I hear you have a business proposition for me. She doesn't stand up at all or take her feet off the table, and she reaches a hand up to you and she's like, "Hi, I'm Melina. Nice to meet you."
I glance at the bartender and wait for him to leave.
He just stands there and he's like, "You haven't paid me yet. What do you think this is, charity? Finder's fee. Come on, cough it up."
Do I have anything?
I don't know. Do you have anything?
You could always just be, oh yeah, they'll pay you upstairs. Ask
Oh.
deal.
They both expectingly wait for you to pay.
Does Varel have any credits on him?
He's downstairs like sipping a glass of dirty water.
I'm blue milk. Definitely blue milk.
You're just like, "Blue milk," and he's like, "With?" And you're like, "No, just blue milk,
please.
Double of blue milk for the hard ass at the front of the bar." I quite like having strong bones. Well, do you have any money or not?
Nope. I don't think she does.
Would 50 credits cover it?
Barely. You introduce a guy for chump change. But maybe you like hold out 50 credits to him. He's like, "Yeah," and with that. Bartender asking for handouts. I guess, Yaula. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna hold out 50 credits to him and be like, "Well, I don't know if she's that good yet, but you know."
You come to
things
me
work out."
asking for a handout. You say, "Give me the best. I want the best. I want the cheapest." And then you give me 50 credits. What's wrong with you? He'll go to grab you. You know.
I mentally nudge Varel for some help.
I look at Dia. I roll my eyes.
Shall we?
All right. So what's happening here, guys? This is something that's not in the book. This is something I created. What the fuck? It's called Force Meld. And what it allows the players to do is, since they're connected to the Force, connected to each other, they're one and the same. They can use their Force powers through surrogates, aka other players. So what's going to happen right now is we're going to have I'm going to add 2 purple. I'm going to add a black die because you're doing it through someone else. It's going to be a little bit more difficult than doing it naturally. But go ahead and give us an idea of what this power is that you're using, Peachy.
So the power I'm going to be using is influence. From the book here, the character may attempt to guide, shape, and even twist the thoughts and feelings of others.
What page is that on?
Depending on if we get light side or dark side.
What page is that on, buddy? I got it right here.
In the PDF, it's 294.
So when guiding and shaping thoughts, pips generated from the dark side may generate negative emotions such as rage, fear, and hatred. White side may be used for positive emotions such as peace, tranquility, and friendliness. You can also generate confusion from either side. So, what would you like to do here, Peachy?
Yeah, I'd like to, through Yaula, I want to shape, maybe guide his mind that this is 50 credits for doing nothing, just walking upstairs. It's a pretty sweet deal.
Okay. Okay. So you can make them friendly essentially. So go ahead and roll for me your force dice, please. You have 2, right? Okay. So you can spend 2 die to generate. You can spend 1 die to generate one of these positive results to generate a positive feeling, and you can generate a negative one as well if you wanted to.
I will actively not generate a negative one.
Okay, so what type of feeling would you like? So what do you give me an idea how you sort of like control Yaul?
So I guess during the meld, like me, Varel, just sort of looks like he's spacing out a second, just staring into space. Not like, but it feels like I can see through Yola's eyes, and I don't have like control of Yola, obviously. But like the strength of my suggestions, just she can't really help. If she wasn't actively trying to stop me from doing it, she can't really help the influence that I'm pushing through her as a conduit.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, she could probably stop me if she's like, no.
So what type of feeling are you trying to...
Oh, definitely. We're best of friends. We've known each other since we got on this planet.
So yeah, Kika, sorry, not Kika, Yola, you sort of like do this like little like hand wavy thing that Jedi are known for, and you just like be reasonable or something like that, you know, like and
hey, forget about it. We friends, huh?
no, he'll sort of continue to reach forward for you. He'll be like, he'll grab the credits from you. He's like, nah, down payment, I'll take this. But next time you come to me with more, yes. And then he'll like turn around and walk out of the bead cone, and he's like, for some reason I really like that one. She's really good. He's like, you hear him mumbling to himself like as he walks off in.
He's a firecracker.
And Melina will turn to you and be like, well, I've never seen that man act that way before. How did you do it? What type of dirt do you have on him?
I just sit across from her and shrug.
You like what you push the stunned dude out of the chair and just take his seat or something like that?
Yeah, just like shove him out of the chair, sit down, cross my legs, and shrug.
So, what do you want with the best smuggler this side of, Quetzal City?
Oh, not much, just some transport.
Generally when people ask for the best and they say not much, just some transport, they're lying through their goddamn teeth. You don't seem like the type to lie, so I'll give you another opportunity. What exactly do you want?
Well, technically I wasn't lying, but
you weren't telling the whole truth. We call that a mission, and you know what? In Imperial Court, that's a finable offense.
Finable. It's better than,
And by that I mean incarceration, most likely. Those buggers are very ruthless these days. Something about winning a war makes everyone get all uppity.
I just shrug again.
So I'm still waiting. Time is money, after all. And you don't look like the type who likes to play cards.
Nah. My friend usually covers that. We mostly just need to get off planet without many questions asked.
Well, I tell you what. You tell me the type of questions that people are going to ask, and I'll tell them whatever you want to hear for the right price. And it better be a lot more than just measly 50 credits. Because that won't get you far. Hell, that won't even fill up a quarter of my, fuel needs. And that doesn't even cover oxygen and food. I hear you guys need that to live out there. I know I do.
Yeah. Well, we do have, I'm totally unprepared for this.
Then why did you charge ahead?
I thought you knew how to talk to these people, Kika.
Why did you let me do it?
Using the force in front of everyone to beat you down and say no is not a good idea.
Well, we mostly just need to stay out of, not really deal with the Imperials. We just don't much like dealing with them, and we need to be on our way for a job.
Tell me about this job, because if you wanted to escape the Empire, why don't you just put your head in the sand like every other person on this godforsaken planet?
Well, see, we have some word that the Empire has sent some extra personnel out here that will make business a bit of an issue, and we'd rather get out while the getting's good.
Oh, you mean that really black Stardust, what's it called? Lambda shuttle that just landed in the dock? Yes, I'm sure your people gave you advance warning, and that's why you're coming to me now after they landed, so try again.
Well, I mean, if we had proper advanced warning, we'd have already left, so...
But you didn't. And now the price has risen once more. You're not very good at this, are you?
No, I'm afraid not.
When you sit upstairs, like, oh.
I like the idea that you're just getting like emotions from upstairs, and you're just like, it's kind of like listening to like a baseball
Your
game on
forehead
radio.
is stinging as if people upstairs were going, God damn it.
I like turn to there. Give her time. She will learn. It may cost us a little bit more than we were expecting.
We don't have anything.
So it sounds like you're going to need a lot of coverage for danger pay.
I have knowledge. I have Underworld as a knowledge skill. Could I use that to maybe have some information on this character?
Interesting. What would you say? Where would you say you learnt your underworld skills from? Is it your time here?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's a class skill.
I get that, but you also need to say a little bit more as to how you got it. Like, you've been sheltered, cloistered for most of your life.
Yeah. Well, I worked at the mechanic shop not just to get credit, but also to scout out what was going on. You seem a bit distracted there.
No, I'm still listening. Strawberry with cream.
Ah, nice.
What
Sorry,
kind
what was
of
I doing?
Dickensian dreamscape do you live in, Henley?
That just totally screwed up my train of thought there.
Please.
Watching
Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain,
Strawberries with cream, that's totally dark side.
Also to like...
yes.
I did a lot of eavesdropping. It was like a maintenance place that was near like the main port.
So what, you put
I
on
could
your
dig up a
scrubs,
lot
you
of
go
door.
into like some sort of like empire or like smuggler's den, and he's just like, oh, don't worry, they don't understand the fucking alien language, and you're just like, or something like that.
Kind of.
Right. Yeah, I can get down with that. So you want to see if you know this woman. Okay. Let's make this...
sort of like... And maybe like have some information that I could use to...
Like against her?
Maybe not against her, but for us. Like maybe if like her ship's in bad repair, I could give her like free maintenance on the way and stuff. Or in bad shape.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I'll add 2 black die to this because you want to get more information out of it. So the chance of you finding that information is harder to get to, right? But can you argue any like blue dice for this?
Well, if she's a smuggler, she'd probably be having her ship in and out of the port a lot, so I'd probably know it by now if I knew her.
Or at least know the ship a little bit. And maybe
Yeah.
maybe like you can come prepared with like some mechanical knowledge. All right, I can get down with that. Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll. I added a blue die, so you just roll your knowledge underworld, please. Hey, there we go. Nice, good roll. So yeah, you recall Melina. Her last name is Montrose, and she is a well-known smuggler, mostly because her cargo is, for the most part, time sensitive. That's what she's known as. That's what her specialty is. Moving people from one place or things from one place to another with relative speed. She's known to grease a lot of palms rather than shoot people, and that's made her a lot of enemies around the galaxy.
So I guess the only leverage that gives me is to like threaten her.
In terms of like leverage, let's say that maybe if you, what do you get? 3 advantage. Okay, let's see.
Yeah,
What
3
can
advantages.
what can we use advantage on in terms of knowledge skills? Recall or complete research with remarkable haste. Learn extra trivial information about the subject. Let's see. How much does that cost? Okay. Okay. So yeah, let's say that you know. This place that she's in right now is pretty much a safe haven for her. This is why she keeps coming back here, and because the mechanics works that gets done here is, you know, she's owed a lot of favors essentially, right? And that's why her ship gets repaired here. That's why it's easy for her to get life support and all the necessary stuff for her ship. In terms of like, you know, is the Empire after her? Not really. She's kind of like a clean slate, mostly because, you know, the people on this planet make sure that the Empire Station on this planet makes sure that her state remains clean. So she's paid off a lot of the Empire goons on this particular planet, which is why it's, you know, so easy for her to come and go. In terms of like the ship that she drives, it's a light freighter, so you know, similar to the Millennium Falcon in that regard, but a little more on the well-maintained side. It's not. It's pretty much what it made to look like a standard freighter, right? That's how smuggling normally happens in the Star Wars universe. So, that's the information you got. If you got any more successes, you probably would have got a lot more. But yeah, it is what it is. So.
Darn it. Well, I mean, the Empire sniffing around isn't really bad for just us, you know. They probably will be making sure everything around here is above board, and it might be good to be off-world for a bit until they leave.
I mean, you're not wrong. Any sort of change of wind is always going to do that, but you think I'm the best smuggler without having some sort of connection? Of course I've already paid the right people. That's how this works. I thought you knew the game.
I don't believe you're following me. Fuck. Can Varel help me out more?
I'll tell you what, guys. If you want to come up and help, you totally can.
Yeah, I think at this point we'll just be sensing her kind of just like and it's just like
massive hesitation or something along those lines.
So we'll just sort of quietly walk down the stairs. We'll just be like, should we? Yeah, let's just quietly walk down the stairs.
The guy is like counting and recounting the 50 credits. He's like, you know.
Yeah, we'll just quietly and calmly walk down the stairs. I'll just kind of like, you know, walk up, pull a chair up to the table and be like, hello.
Oh, you have friends.
Well, yeah, I did mention them before.
Yes.
I thought you were lying. Hello.
I hand Yola some blue milk.
Well, you already said that I don't seem like the type to lie, so...
That's
I
true.
was
She's got
lying.
you there.
So, have you come to bail her out? What's the deal here?
The deal is this: we need to get off planet. What are your
I'm aware.
terms?
My terms? Well, it sounds like you need to get off planet in relative haste. And from what your friend has told me here, it's because of the Empire's new presence here. That dark, shady character. Ooh. Sends shivers up my spine. I can't imagine what it would do to someone he's looking for.
We prefer not to find out, so we would indeed like to get off planet as soon as possible.
Well, credits talk, bullshit walks.
We are, at the moment, somewhat a little light in the credits department. However, we do have a specific set of skills.
He she looks over the Twi'lek and
No, she doesn't strip.
Well,
Does she not though?
So what are these
She can
skills?
strip an
then?
engine in 10 minutes flat.
Yes. Our friend here is a talented engineer.
Mechanics. They're a dime a dozen in this place. What else you got?
How much do you require?
Oh,
Money.
probably upwards to 10,000 credits from your desire and want to get out of this place.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Me? I have no need to leave. You're the ones with the burning sensation in the back of your forehead.
I'm going to transmit the desire to leave.
To her?
No, to us.
In that case,
with
I
the
will
mail.
I'll exchange a glance and we'll just stand up simultaneously. It's just like, well, it's been nice dealing with you. Goodbye.
Does Yaula pick up on that? On the bluff?
Yeah. We're all just like, well,
But you just like...
guys, where are you going?
Well, you won't find anyone here who will do a cheaper price. I can guarantee that. I'll make sure of it, in fact.
Make sure maybe we'll find someone who will do it better.
Oh, good
I'm
luck
sure
with
we'll
that.
find a way. Yes, bye then.
So she pulls out a data pad and she starts writing emails as you guys leave.
Well, that didn't go particularly well.
I sort
did
of
it?
say offhand to Peachy, well, I mean, I could have told her about the who to pay off to sabotage her competitor's ships.
10,000 credits.
Keep in mind that you guys actually have a Jedi piece of memorabilia.
The Datacron?
Mm-hmm.
Holocron.
Holocron?
Sorry.
That give us away though.
Can any of us appraise that to know how much it's worth?
Also, it's the last link we have to our master.
You've also spent the last 2 months delving it for every piece of information that it has. So it's up to you whether or not you want to hold on to it as a sentimental value or not.
I don't think we should hold on to it for sentimental value, but I think that the more obvious we make our need to leave because of Jedi related things, and especially if we give Jedi memorabilia away, the more clear it's going to be to them that we might be worth more to them as hostages.
I'm betting she's selling us out right now, so we should move.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We probably
On
don't
look out by the door, right?
You mean the cat?
Well, me and the cat.
Yeah.
Because I was inside the door and the cat was right outside the door.
Oh, you never went up?
I can't
Okay.
see through her eyes
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
Yeah, I never went up.
Okay.
But I have an idea of what's going on back there.
obviously. Right. What are our chances of hiding out in the wilderness or something?
Perhaps we should steal the shuttle.
Well, stealing a shuttle, not that particular one. That's
I
just
wouldn't feel comfortable stealing anyone else's shuttle. The people here are all hard-working farmhands. Or so they say.
Oh, really? Really? Really?
Come on now, Mario. You might be moral, but you're not stupid.
I
know 100% that's bullshit.
Look, we don't need to hurt anybody. We just need to borrow their ship. We will return it at some point.
Yeah, we can sneak
No,
up
we
to
will
them.
not return it.
We can send them money. We'll sell the
Well,
ship
you
and
may
we'll
not
send them
intend to
funds.
return it, but I certainly do. Yes.
We'll just send them funds from wherever we go.
Yes.
Once we're several planets away or several systems away or whatever.
Indeed.
Can any of
We
us
are-
actually fly a ship?
I have skills to pilot on planet things, but I don't think I have skills yet to pilot.
All I have is astrogation. I can't actually fly a ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that skill soon, but I don't have it yet. So maybe maybe hiding out and then stealing a shuttle eventually. After this episode.
I know.
So-
How about?
Why don't you all give me, real quickly, a perception check, please?
Oh.
Wow, guys. Wow.
Is that good or bad? I don't know.
You all failed.
Fuck.
Well, not
We're
Jeez.
going to Jedi jail.
Tess, though, you get like a back of your feeling like maybe someone's watching you. You spin around. Everyone around you is sort of like reading their data pads for the most part. And a very scruffy sort of looking gentleman starts walking towards you.
I have
Probably
a
a nerf herder.
bad feeling.
Yeah, and so like the second I realize this, I start like sending out signals through the meld, like, guys, you might want to come up here, like right now, please.
Weren't we already outside by this point? Or
Yeah,
Oh,
I
are we?
imagine you would. You would have been together
yeah,
at this
so
point.
we're all just
Okay.
like, we should go. Let's go.
What is it?
Just go the other way from the man.
He'll like you start to move faster, and he'll sort of pick up the pace a little bit. He's like, "Excuse me, hello."
Yes, what is it? I say, keep carrying on walking.
Please wait. I have a proposition for you.
What? Speak quickly and walk quickly.
Are you sure you want to have the conversation out where there's ears?
Yes.
No.
right,
no.
Peachy, if you
So-
want to do that, you have to roll force points, brother.
No, force, guys.
I'm just going to sort of grab his arm and pull him into the near. I'm just going to grab his arm, pull him into the nearest alleyway, and just be like, "Speak quickly, friend."
All right.
I'm
so
gonna
just-
stand on the at the entrance of the alleyway
Sure,
and
yeah.
sort of obscure people's vision into it, but also I also have a rank in indistinguishable, so to like try to identify me, opposing characters need to
Sure.
the dice is upgraded by 1.
Sure.
So
Speak quickly, friend.
So this Rhodian will look at you and he'll be like, "So I hear you made some enemies already. Congratulations. It's very hard to do that here."
Your point?
See, I'm a man who likes to think that I can help people. You need a ship, by the sounds of it.
Yes.
I would like to steal one. So we're in the same boat, yes?
I'll look at everybody else like,
I thumbs up.
I want to know if he's lying and if he can actually pilot a ship. Does he look? He's a Rhodian, right?
Mm-hmm.
He'll lie all the time. Filthy Rhodian.
Wow.
Okay.
"Did you wash behind your ears today?" No.
So do you want to know if he's lying?
Just want to read him
With what? What would you like to read him with?
with my general reading people. I'm not using any Jedi powers. I'm just trying to read him
I
as
mean,
a person.
if you want a result, you have to roll some dice. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so you got to tell me where I need to roll to read this man.
Perception?
Let's see. Let's take a look. What skill would be appropriate here? Yeah, I would say probably perception would probably be the skill.
Okay.
Before you roll, though, let me set the difficulty here. Let's check here. Okay, yep. So this is a 3 purple.
Okay. I would like to.
Actually, it's 1 purple, 2 red. Sorry, my bad.
Ouch. I would like to add a blue.
For what?
I've spent a lot of time around Rhodians recently.
All right, I'll accept that. That's a pretty good blue.
The tentacles wiggle when they're lying. No. Did you
Is
spill
this
that?
2 red?
Yeah, 2 red, 1 purple.
I'm not sure if I can pass this.
Oh yeah. He just sort of looks at you and he looks trustworthy. I mean, like the kids had meat popsicles most of the time, so you know it's kind of like.
Can I-
Offer him a meat popsicle.
yeah, I pull out a half-chewed meat popsicle. Go on.
Well, how I see it, I have a certain someone who likes to pay me to scrap ships, essentially. Yes. I'm willing to help you get off planet with a ship of my capturing. You would pay me a little bit, you know, of money. Not as much as Melina was looking for. She's a bit
How much
of
are you thinking?
I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 credits. But I get to keep the ship. That's the big point. And you help me take it. None of this, like, sitting and waiting bullshit. No.
No violence, though.
You help the Please. If I was to bloody every single ship that I would get onto, it would be very difficult to sell it.
Good. That's
You
fine.
have a specific ship in mind?
I do.
Tell me.
It's nothing more than a transport ship, but it will help you get out into orbit. And there I will take you to a space station or so, and you can try your luck again.
Who does it belong to?
That doesn't matter, does it?
Yes,
it does. Yes, it does. I would like to know who we are annoying and whether they will,
What if I told you I don't actually know, or care for that matter?
What if we were to tell you we do, and we could carry on walking down this road?
I'm still
I
capable
like
of taking
1,000.
ships.
No
I was
more.
simply trying to help a fellow man.
I sort
You
of
were
like,
looking for help to steal a ship.
I just
Yeah,
sort of
we're
turn
putting
around
our
and
lives
ask.
at risk.
I turn around and ask, "What ship is it?
It's just a simple transport ship. It's
Which
nothing
make, model ship? Where is it parked?"
Jeez, you're really kicking me in the balls here, Kika. All right, let me take a look real quick. You're like, I'll make a character for these guys to use, and then they're like, no, fuck that character. And I'm like, okay, I'll go quickly. Come up with
Fucking
something
10
else.
grand. She can go whistle on a dick.
She was very, very good at her job, though. Let's
yes,
see.
but she was also super expensive and not falling for our shit.
She was only expensive because you guys told her all of
We
the
did
reason.
nothing. We did nothing.
We were drinking blue milk.
I
thank you.
was drinking milk. It was
I'm new at this game.
It's role playing.
Standing by the door, mentally petting my cat. Okay.
Yeah, Kika. Yeah.
Blame Kika.
All right, let me.
It's alright, the Rhodian sounds more
Love
fun.
you, Kika.
I'll try and find a fucking thing here. Sorry. Yeah.
You can just sort of like make up some bullshit. I'm mostly just trying to see if I know who the ship belongs to due to my job.
Why don't you roll? I'll tell you what. Why don't you roll knowledge something? Underworld, I guess, would probably
Yeah.
be the cast. Yeah.
Just tell me when you're ready.
Okay. Okay, it's a okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll for me, please.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so what happens in a lot of cases, you have like ships that come down from bigger ships to basically get supplies, when I say supplies, it's mostly like repair, fuel, life support, that sort of stuff, using scouting ships or basically patrol boats or something along those lines. So the one that you're looking at, or that he's looking at, is a JM5000 Jumpmaster. It's a long-range scout, and it's basically it's made by Corellian Engineering. The idea is that it's mostly just it's able to jump short distances in hyperspace, and it's not outfitted for long distance travel essentially, but it is an easy target for dock rippers. Basically, is what this guy is. He comes into docks and he preys on like new people that come into the dock for a short amount of time.
So I don't know who it belongs to?
No, not really. It's mostly just like it's a part of like a bigger freighter, coming in for getting supplies and stuff.
Yeah. I just sort of shrug and say it's just one ship. If we take it, it's not like the people who are flying it will be stranded. It's part of a bigger group. And it'll get the job done.
That's true. Yes. I think whatever we do, we need to decide quickly.
Oh, yes. I mean, let me put it in perspective a little bit for you, because I can do it myself. I'm very good at my job. There's a reason why I do it. I just want to make a little bit of extra on the side. 1,000 credits, 2,000 credits, definitely 2,000 credits.
I definitely heard 1,000 credits. Did you?
Yes, I definitely
had
heard
1,000.
1,000 credits. We are
Fine,
risking our lives.
1,900 credits. Final offer.
No, 1,000.
Come on.
Well, I mean-
1,000.
Hey, who's got
Okay.
negotiation here? Let's see.
Nope.
I have coercion.
Are you gonna
Yeah,
try
you can
and
intimidate him.
are you gonna try and intimidate the man?
You have a big giant cat monster.
I do. He hasn't seen her yet, but does that help me at all?
If it just sort of like skulks out of the shadows and is suddenly intimidating.
I actually have negotiation as a career skill.
Oh, fantastic!
but I
You
don't
go
have
for
any
it then.
points in it.
You don't have
Yeah,
any points.
same-
And what's
same-
your
same here.
presence?
Terrible. I've only got
Yeah.
2. I've got basically nothing in it.
I got 3 presents. So I think coercion might be,
Okay.
or
For
whatever.
Can I
you,
use,
yeah,
can I
not
use
for
my
me, I only
law
have
to have
one.
any kind of like knowledge of how to bargain with a Rhodian? I don't know. Some weird
how you
cultural
lawyer.
Rhodian thing, you know?
I mean, negotiation is an actual skill. I'm not gonna like.
Can I
Swap things.
use my survival to know how to survive when I need a spaceship to get off a planet?
Yes, it's called the common sense trait. You can buy it for $3.
Called negotiation.
Yeah.
All right, so
It was worth asking.
keep in mind, guys, you do have a destiny pool that none of you have touched for all of these roles. So it's
Well,
worth
these are
putting
too important for me to click that button.
Okay. Well, I mean, okay. Who's making a roll?
All right, I will shove a light side point towards this.
All right. What would you like to do?
Hang on. What are we? Right, you said you were going to try intimidating him or something.
I think Kika, yeah, because she's the one that has presence and coercion. I actually do not.
So
I don't
would I
have coercion.
You don't?
You have
No,
deception and charm.
Use
I
your
think.
highest one then.
I have deception.
What is your negotiation then? 2 green?
It's 3 green.
Yeah, use that. And use the light side.
So you got to click
If
the
you
light
want to
side
use
thing.
them for important things.
Click the light side point, or else it doesn't work. Click it. There you
Well,
go.
okay.
Now, would you like to upgrade or downgrade mine? Because you'd be rolling 2 purple, 1 red. That's what you're rolling against. So
which is better?
it's up to you. For example, if you upgrade your 3 green, you have a chance of critting. And if you downgrade, it'll change it from 2 purple, 1 red to 3 purple, which means that he can't crit against you.
I think I'll upgrade ours. I think.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll. Was it deception or no? You're rolling
Great,
negotiation, yeah.
Could I actually use charm?
I mean, what are you trying to charm out of him?
Just a lower price. Maybe
So-
I could
so
get
here's-
all like.
Here's the thing about charm, and I'm going to warn every single person. Charm in my game is a promise to do something that needs to be done in order to get what you want. Negotiation is, exchanging what you want. So if you seduce someone, expect to do some seducing. Okay, it's not like you can't just roll a thing. Fuzzy knows what I'm talking about. This is basically how we play this game. So if you want to use
the
your
blowjobs my characters have given.
oh yeah, if you want to, you don't necessarily have to do that level of stuff, but you do have to role play seduction, or in case of like. In a lot of cases, charm can be also used to make friends and that sort of stuff too. So it's just you can't just say, oh, can I charm him? And I'll be like, well, how do you charm him? The answer is however you tell me, and then we role play that out. Negotiation, on the other hand, is kind of like more of a hand wavy skill, which is to say, I assume that you're negotiating down a better price, and depending on how many successes you get, you'll get what you want. Like that's how that sort of stuff works.
Okay.
So it's worth pointing out, I'm pretty sure negotiation in this game also is per success. It's like 5 or 10% or something like that. Let me check. Modify the scope of agreement by 5% per success.
Okay.
So if you get 3 successes, you'll go from, you'll make it like, I don't know, 1,300 instead of 1,900, you know, like, so.
Okay.
So what would you like to roll?
I guess negotiation.
Okay, unless you, yeah, it's up to you. Wow. Yeah, he's just like, no, 1,900. For the group of you, that's pretty good.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
I'm having a real problem here.
look.
Can I influence him?
Yes, you can.
Oh, I really didn't want to do this. I kind of want to use dark side.
Well, it depends what you roll with your force points.
Shall I roll it and then say what I want to do?
Yeah, roll your force points. Let's see what you get.
Okay. Is this combat? It's combat, isn't it?
So you just go up to the dice pool at the top there and put in 2 for the force points. All right. So you can make him friendly. This is his reception to you guys, essentially.
Okay. So, I would like to use one of those light dice to make him a lot more friendly to us. And I would also like to generate a little confusion in him, because he probably knows that a new ship has landed. Maybe he thinks it's for him, because he's been stealing a lot of ships. I don't want him to think that explicitly. I just want him a little bit confused and worried. And we're his friends. We're here to help him.
So you can't give him, like, here's the thing. You can make him confused, but you can't give him the reason why he's confused. That's a deeper level influence.
Well, we'll throw in the confusion there as well.
Okay, so you want to make him friendly and confused, and then he just sort of. So you do the thing. What do you say when you do your hand wave?
What was his name? Did he tell us a name?
No, he hasn't given you a name.
What was your name?
Mika.
Mika. Of course. You know me. I put my arm around him. You remember the time? We're good friends, aren't we? I want to see the confusion in his face as I look at him.
He sort of looks at you strange, and he's like, I mean, you smell familiar. That
I still smell of Brody.
you kind of smell like children. It's just very strange, but
You know,
You're weirdly broody.
in this day and age, us friends have to keep together. We can discuss money another time. Let's get that ship.
well, I mean, I don't know when he's coming back, so you make a very good point. Okay. He claps his hands together and goes, and pops them apart. And he's like, I always want to do that. Let's get on with it then. So here's what we need to do. I need beautiful lady. He points to the Twi'lek. He's like, I need you to be beautiful. Can you do that?
Yula looks at Ray and sort of expects her, like, a response from her. Like,
Dio will just sit there and going, "Oh, beautiful, you say? I can do that."
No. No offense given, but particular outpost guard likes, you know, Leku.
Ew.
I just like sidle up to.
He needs a Twi'lek.
But why?
Yeah, I just
What's wrong
sidle
with-
up to
what's wrong
Kika
with
and I'm
this,
like, you
huh?
got
What's
this,
wrong
girl.
with this?
Don't worry. I'm spiky and crazy anyway.
I don't know. He likes to squeeze them. It's weird. Don't worry. He won't
Oh,
squeeze them.
nasty.
You just need to distract. Give flick of Leku. Guy go wild. Trust.
You got this. You got this.
All right.
Now,
Just find your calm center. You can do this.
how many people coming? Just you? You don't have more children somewhere?
At this point, maybe Faith just kind of like appears next to me.
Okay, you have giant cat. Holy fuck, you have giant cat. What the fuck is that?
She's
Oh,
really
don't worry.
friendly.
She's adorable.
She's
Don't worry.
really friendly. And at this point, I just like look at Faith, and Faith just like lays down and kind of like rolls over a little.
It's the team mascot. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay,
She's
it's
just a
going to be
baby.
it's going to be very hard to bring the big cat along, but we'll make do.
She's sneaky.
For friends, yes?
We'll sneak her
And
on.
later
Yeah.
payment. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
So, beautiful lady, Toalto Leku, does whatever they do. Us, rest of us sneak past and bonk the guard, yes? Otherwise, beautiful lady gets stuck with him. We don't want that.
Beautiful lady bonk guard. Yes.
No. We bonk God with, he like pulls out this like, it basically just like a stick. He's like, with this, bonk, yes?
A truncheon?
Oh, not right. Okay, sorry. Yes, never mind.
He just sort of looks around and is like, I continue. We go in, I crack door, you guys come in, you give me credits, we leave, yes? Later payment when on ship.
Yes, that would be ideal. Yes, definitely. Yes. Right. Yes. Should we go then? Because time's a wasting. Yes.
Okay. Expose Leku. Let's go.
I sort of like, I guess I try to like adjust my leku so they're more
Visible.
apparent, visible.
My, look at that Leku and that Twi'lek over there. There's
Maybe
two
like-
of them.
I'll look away, just like I won't. Yes.
Maybe like I was thinking my character might like wear some like rings on them. I might like adjust them
I
to
was
like
thinking,
try to
like-
look at it better.
I was thinking like leather straps for some reason, like tied together sort of thing to keep them from getting inside of machines when you're working on them or something.
That does
my
seem
leku.
more practical.
Hmm.
Yes.
So maybe it's
I
like,
guess
you do the, what is it, the Mean Girls
What
thing
happened to
where
your
you like,
leku? I lost it in an industrial
and
accident.
you just flick him, like slow motion. He's like, yes, do that. More of that, godlike, yes? And then
I
he
take
like,
off my glasses.
yeah. Holy crap, different person. Amazing. So he'll hand the bludgeoning stick to you, Viril, and be like, you do bonking, you big man, yes?
Right. Yes.
Good.
Do you need me to do anything?
Unless you want to bonk as well. Double bonking, confirm bonking,
I've never bonked anybody before, but I'll have it a go. Yes.
He
I
like
don't mind
looks around,
bonking.
he like finds like a metal pole on the ground. Bonk with this. Very good. Just don't stab. It'll hurt.
I take out like my Hydra spanner and hold it out to Ray in case she wants to try bonking too.
Oh, 3 people bonking. Very good. Yes.
Oh my God! Stop it, you utter Philistine! I love Star Wars. What are you doing to it?
Henley's enabling us here, okay?
You guys didn't want the easy route. You didn't want the cool guy. You wanted the shit guy. I gave you the cool guy. Now you're taking the shit guy. He's all about bonking. So anyway.
Funked it with the cool guy, okay? We fucking struck out with the cool guy, and now we're
I slide
Just
the
like
bonking
high
tool
school.
into
Edward
my
sucker
robe.
hands.
He just like up the sleeve, just like yes. Okay. So we,
What's a Hydra spanner?
it's a screwdriver. You point at things, you turn a light on, and it opens the door. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, that's Doctor Who. I'm sorry, I got that mixed up. So
It's a wet spanner, all right?
nice.
Inexplicably damp,
For some reason, I'm imagining like a spanner that's like got like
moist.
it's got like water cooling in it for some reason. I don't know. It seems good.
It's moist.
It's moist. So yeah, you guys we swipe over, and we have dearest exposed Leku Twi'lek approaching the guard. So he's like this guard that's just sitting there reading a paper inside of like this ticketing station, I guess. And he does a thing where he's like, there's a line of people coming by. He just gets a thing, stamps it, keeps reading, gets a ticket, stamps it, keeps reading. You wait for all the people to go by, and when he's alone, gets a paper, folds to the next page, and he's just like, "Oh, the Empire won the war. That's weird." Killed all the Jedi. Interesting. You don't say. I thought the Jedi were fake.
I sort of lean on the counter and then sort of
Aleku flops onto the counter and
No.
he just looks up and he's like, oh, no.
No, I can move my Leku, right? Or
From
do
what
they
I
just sort of
understand,
dangle?
they dangle, but you can wiggle them in communication with other Twi'leks or some shit like that. I'm not entirely sure, but
Mhm. Well, I sort of take one and sort of use it to pull down his newspaper. a
he's
bit.
and he's just like,
Yeah. And I smile at him.
he smiles back a big toothy grin. He's like, "Well, hi there.
Hi there.
Would you like a ticket?"
Oh, well, I guess, but was more interested in something else.
He looks around
And I
and it's just
wink a bit.
Oh. Roll charm for me. This is going to be real easy. It's going to be 1 purple. He's really into Leku. So.
And I get 3 failures. Oh.
Bam! All right, two successes and an advantage. With that, I mean, what would you like to do with your second success? I mean, you can pretty much just do whatever you like. What would you like? Do you want to set him up and to be bonked easier? How do you want to do this?
I guess. What I would really like is his money, but
I mean, after the bonking, you can take whatever you like.
okay. Well, then set him up to be bonked.
Okay. How do you do that?
I guess I sort of ask him to sort of come around so I can get a better look at him and we can, talk a bit better.
See, he's fumbling for his keys, drops them, he picks them up again. He's like, I'll be right with you. Unlocks the door, stands up. He's gets his hat from the corner and tucks it on. He's just gets the crumbs off of his chest. He's stands up. He's walks around the corner, chest puffed out, and he's just hello.
Hello.
3-way bonk.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
We meld so we can time it together.
It's just
Yeah.
They just jump out from behind a crate and bonk him at the same time.
yeah. 3 different creatures
Yeah.
It's just whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah, he gets bludgeoned pretty fucking hard. A 1 bonk, that's an unconscious bonk. 2 bonks, that's 3 bonk is a little bit how in The Walking Dead, the first episode where you play the game where you can make Lee Everett just keep hitting the guy a little bit. It's a little like that. It's a little unnecessary, but he's gonna suffer some damage. But you guys bonked him pretty hard.
I don't think that was the bonking he was looking for.
Was that
Sorry.
supposed to be a joke?
No, move on, please.
Isn't
Can we
it
move on?
real? You shouldn't be making light of this. We've just injured this man.
I check his pockets.
I check his pulse.
The pulse is very faint.
Uh,
Pockets, on the other hand, he has a credit stick.
Cool.
Now, if you press the little button on the side, it says it has 225 credits on it.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to place this man in the recovery position.
Yeah. He also has a light blaster pistol on him as well.
Oh, cool.
Standard issue for all officers or all ship crew. Not ship crew. Yeah.
Does he have an alarm clock on his desk?
Spend a destiny point, and yes, there will be.
Yeah, I will definitely spend a destiny point for an alarm clock.
I like the idea that it's like in the shape of like Padme. Yeah, it's a Padme alarm clock. Yeah. The Federation.
Does it have the stupid hair things?
Yes.
When it goes
Does
off,
it have the hair tumors?
And it's just like something like what would it rings like maybe I don't know, it just rings. It's just rings, but the head wobbles when it rings. So nice.
I look at I've forgotten his name already. Jeez. Mika. I look at Mika. How long do you need?
Oh, not long. I like to watch the bunking. Normally it's me
I set
who
the
does
alarm
it.
clock to 10 minutes. You've got 10 minutes. And I drop it on his lap.
Padme.
I'd like to
No,
take
I drop it on the unconscious guy's lap. So in 10 minutes, it'll start ringing and someone will find him.
I think you misunderstand how fucked up you fucked this guy's head up with 3
I'm not a
bunkings.
doctor.
I take his hat and check his head.
Bludgeoned, I believe, would be the phrase that I would use to describe his
hat
skull.
on.
What about the hat?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
sort
I'm wearing
of
the
apply.
hat.
I'm going to apply a stim pack to his head and hope it does something to, I'll just be like, I'm so sorry.
That might wake him up. I would think.
From a bludgeoning, I think we're all right.
Okay.
I mean, he'll recover some health. He won't die, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll stim pack. I'll just be like, I'm so sorry. Yes, right. Well.
Yeah, and I toss the alarm clock into the bludgeoned guys.
Can I take his pen and write something nice on his arm with a little smiley face so he doesn't feel so bad when he wakes
Thanks
up?
for the cash, asshole.
No, that's mean.
We're terribly sorry. Nothing personal. XOXOXO.
I'm
Draw-
just waving over Faith right now.
Right.
Yes, you were kind of cute. Bye.
Oh, I'm sure he'll love that when his gun, Empire issue sidearm and, entire life savings is gone. Plus his hat that he'll have to replace.
Oh, we're dicks. We're
It's
dicks.
fine, they've got insurance. They're a big conglomerate.
Well,
Next.
if you say so,
Legend.
Variel.
Yeah.
I believe Variel and don't feel bad.
Okay. So you guys head on over to a ship. It looks like a scouting ship. It's basically just like a box. Have you ever seen, if anyone's ever seen Star Wars Rebels, it's that little tiny 5-seater thing that they have that just flies around and disconnects from the ship. It's pretty small, but it'll go, it'll do hyperspace jumps. It's just not set up for long distance. You can maybe get at most 4 days of hyperspace travel out of it.
How many parsecs is that?
Parsecs is a fake thing, and it literally means the distance between two things, which is fucking strange, but you can shorten the distance if you jump through black holes or around black holes. It's dumb. It's really dumb.
I just
don't
wanted to
bring
use the
that
word
up.
parsec.
Yeah.
Parsecs are actually real.
Yeah.
How Henley described them is exactly how they work.
So we can, Mika walks up to the door and he cracks his knuckles and then pops them off.
I was built for opening doors. You seem familiar.
Oh, watch this. I can open this door like no one's business. His great grandson is going to be a great door opener. You'll see. Yeah.
Call back for season 1 watchers.
So yeah, he'll attempt to open the door. So let's see here. Computers 1, yeah, that will work. And what is computers based on? Because I don't have a character sheet for this fucking guy. Int? Great.
Yes. I mean, I can do it.
Well, I mean, if you want.
Yeah, I have a little in it.
I have 2 ranks in computers and an int of 3.
Really nice.
If you want, you can do it. You can just get out of the way. You can push me out of the way if you want. Earn your keep a little more.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right then. So this will be a 2, and I will add a 1 black for it being the first time that you've attempted to crack into or steal a ship of this type.
Okay. But I mean, I've worked with them in the
Sure.
mechanics.
But you haven't stolen one of these, so.
They
No, I
probably
haven't.
usually give you the key, do they?
Yeah, but the keys don't always work.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll for me, please. This will be computers.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, you sort of push him out of the way and it's like, oh, what do Mika do then?
You fly.
Ah, you still need Mika.
I'm just
Well, I
glad
mean-
that we could make this a lot cheaper for us as I step on.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
wait
I
for
mean,
this
you
one.
did do all the bonking. And I saw you took his credits, so no excuse, yes? So yeah, you just door opens and then it's like the computer automatically says, "Welcome back, Captain." As you walk in.
Very polite.
There is a little astromech droid in there that you know, starts to drive towards the door when it sees it open. Then he just like turns around and just goes back. He's like, and just keeps driving away from you. Like, yeah.
Nope. It's the droid version of nope.
Yeah, yeah. Like, oh, Master, you're home. Oh, that's not there.
Oh, come back. Don't you want an upgrade?
You know, he'll hide under like the console at the front of the. So it's basically
my
just
God.
like, imagine like a drop ship from any war movie or something like that. You've got seats on the side. You got like maybe the seats like 5 or 6, probably 6 on the side. So you got 3 on each side, and then you got a command, just a pilot seat at the front. There's no co-pilot seat in this.
I immediately sit down and get very comfortable.
Just like get your road out.
At this point, I would like to use forsake just to try and get a hint of anything that may trip us up.
Okay. Yeah. So what do you need to? What page is that on? Do you know?
293.
293.
Look at me being the force user can feel the force flowing around everything. Seeing what is and what will be. The user may spend whatever the fuck that is to gain vague hints of events to come, up to a day into his.
It's 290, the actual page number.
Yeah, thank you. I
290.
always get tripped up by that. So you just got the basic power?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Roll a your force power, your force rating, please.
What is my force rating? That's just 1, right?
It's just 1, unless you've gotten
Yeah,
extra stuff. So.
So that's just 1 in the force dice pool. Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Is that?
Yeah. So you can spend that. So maybe you sit down and you put your hands on like the cold metal of the interior of
Yeah.
the ship, and your mind just sort of just like you have like a daydream. It's kind of like almost like a waking daydream a little bit, and you just see you just covered in like the sensation of being lifted, and that's what you get.
Well, that's not very useful, is it?
Well, that was definitely vague. Well done. To the letter, Henley.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to try to coax the droid out.
Can you speak binary?
No.
Good luck. What would you like to do? How do you want to coax it out? I mean, you can just. Do you have a restraining bolt?
No.
Wouldn't that be good?
Don't mind us, droid. Don't mind us.
So if you let him, he'll just roll out of the ship. Just drive straight out.
I'll be like,
No.
nope. You're
Nah,
not
I would,
telling
if he
anybody.
tries to do that, I'd grab him.
Yeah, you pick him up and he's just like, and he like sticks a little like shocker stick out and tries to shock you with it, like.
I sort of like pull him out and like keep him away. Maybe hold him upside down and be like,
I'll
routine
push
maintenance, and I show him like my Hydra spanner.
I'll just slap the door close button and just be like, boop.
His head starts spinning around like really, really fast, like a centrifuge sort of thing. And you're like trying to
Do
hold
we
him.
need a droid with us?
No,
We have
but
a giant cat.
we don't want a droid, raising the alarm, do we?
I mean,
It's
I
fine.
say
it
to
it's
the-
won't
going to
hurt
be
you, little guy.
raising
Look, let's just get out of here, yes?
2.5 minutes.
I tell the droid that if he doesn't calm down, I give him to the cat.
Can you make a what are they called? Sorry, I always forget what this is called. Coercion, please. Coerce, yeah.
No.
He just sort of like looks at you, and like his head stops spinning, and then another like little arm with a shocker comes out and like tries to shock you.
Can I open the shuttle doors?
Can
I mean,
we
it's still
bonk
open.
the droid?
Dunk,
It's
dunk,
just
dunk.
a droid.
Yeah, it's just a droid. Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, we bonk the droid.
Pissed. I will not let you bonk a droid. Droids are people too in this universe.
We
Well, like,
just
Spanner's,
bonked
like,
a
already-
person.
The spanner's like already in the droid, and I look up at you. I'm like, huh? What?
I can't believe you. Oh God, can we just go, please? I'm.
Yeah, I'm sitting down. I'm waiting to go. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm in the
You
seat.
fix that, right?
Faith is like put her head in my lap, chilling.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
attempting.
basically am just trying to turn the droid off now.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh shit, son.
as the we get like the door, but the bay door shuts like, and then like your little scout ship like goes to take off and get into orbit. As you get closer to actual orbit, you do see like a Star Destroyer basically like sitting
You're
in
shitting
orbit of the planet.
A Star Destroyer is in orbit.
Yeah. And you know,
As we fly off and the door's shut, does it, like, as the door comes up, it just finishes the name of the company, just says Vader Airways?
no, nothing like that. You guys fly up, and Mika's just like, do not worry. They're not looking for us at all. We get like a picture as the camera like leaves the ship and goes back down to the figure in a dark robe, and he holds up a voice comm and he says something into it, and then he just looks back up at the ship as it flies up into the stratosphere. And that's where we're going to leave first episode, I think.
Oh God, we're dead.
Before we finish the episode, this ship is immune to tractor beams, right?
No. Remember that lifting feeling I told you?
Oh
100% knew
shit!
that was going to be a tractor beam.
Shit.
That's okay. That's okay. More fun stuff in the future.
Oh boy.
So, let's talk about some stuff that we got to do right now. So there's a thing in this game called conflict. Now, conflict is a thing that happens when you as players do bad things. I've been keeping track of all the bad things you guys have been doing. So, the way conflict works is it affects your morality scale. Now, if I remember correctly, Peachy, you're at, what, 72?
71.
71. Everyone else is at 50, yeah? Okay, so I need, Kika, you need to roll me a you need to roll a D10 for me, please. And you need to, basically, your conflict points right now are at 4 for the session. Meaning you did, you seduced, you beat up a droid, and you lied. And that was enough to get you 4 conflict points, so.
Everybody else is still on 50.
Roll me a D10. Okay, so I forget the way that this works. Is it above or below? No, it's below. So, wait, does it? No, I'm sorry. I really need to look this up because I always get confused as to how this works. I'm pretty sure the morality scale is like, for example, because you can go over 10 morality. So whatever you roll under, okay, that doesn't make any sense. This is why it's confusing to me. I always get this stuff mixed up. Conflict. Conflict and combat. No. I'm sorry. I should have looked this up because I was trying to look it up at the start of the game, and then you guys started doing things, and I was like, no. Okay. That's fine though. Okay. Let me just look this up. It's going to be easier if I just go to the index. Conflict 51, I think it is. Okay, morality. Yeah, triggering morality. Yes. Okay, so if you roll under 4, yeah, so if you roll under your current morality scale, you go down towards the dark side in the difference. So if you had rolled a 2, for example, Kika, and your conflict's at 4, you would have 2 dark side points. But because you rolled a 7, you have the difference, which is 3. You add that to your morality. So whatever it's at right now, that's your morality. So you now have 53, I believe, is your new morality score.
Okay.
Which is further towards the light side. Peachy, you have 5 conflict.
Please break those down.
Sure. You use the force for profit.
Profit? No.
Yes. You used your influence to remove to negotiate no cost to you guys in dealing with Mika. But other than that, that's pretty much the only thing that you did. And bonking as well. You did some
Technically, I didn't use it. I said we'd discuss money later. I assume we have to pay him at some point.
But we all know
now
that
the Empire is.
Yeah, this is still conflict though. Like whenever you use the force for any nefarious personal gain is the exact thing. So when you use the first force for personal gain, you actually get a lot of conflict. So it's something worth thinking about.
I feel like that was just us escaping, but I'll roll it anyway. Is it the same, a D10?
Yeah, D10. And if you get under 5, you go slip towards the dark side. Did you roll? Okay, 2.
Well.
So you gain 3 conflict points. If you could please go down. I think you have to go under 50 to lose your... oh, by the way, since you have higher morality, I believe morality threshold. Where's the light side threshold? Okay. Okay. So yeah, you have to remain above 70 to be a paragon. Basically, you would start the game with an additional destiny pool light side point if you're a paragon. In addition, your morality scores will continue to get benefits. If you go over 80, your strain will increase by 1. If you go over 90, your strain will increase by 2. So you'll have a total of 2 additional strain points if you get over 90 points. But since you dropped under 70, next session it won't count. But yeah, so that's where you're at right now. It'll constantly go up and down. Like that's the whole point of the system.
How do we get them the other way?
Positive? So, for example, if you only did like one bad thing, like use a dark side point, for example, in a dire situation, you'd get 1 conflict point. You roll a d10, say you get 10 on that, then you'd get 9 light side points.
What if you don't do a bad thing?
Then if you didn't do anything to draw the attention of a conflict, then you don't roll at all. So
you have to do something bad to become better.
No, you don't have to do something bad. Basically, you have to have a conflict within you and overcome that conflict. Is essentially what this system does. So if you do nothing the entire session, then you won't have any, like, you know, it comes from lying. It doesn't necessarily mean the Force use. Like, if you conflict your nature or your personality, in your case, you want to be a paragon, right? So if you conflict the virtues of a paragon, then you'll have to overcome that conflict. And that's basically how you grow as a Jedi. It's really, really stupid, but it's basically how it works.
That's the mechanic.
That's the mechanic, yeah. Fuzzy, you have 2 conflicts, so go ahead. And this is just for bonking. So.
Cool. And I rolled D10, yeah?
Yeah, just a D10. All right, so you get a difference of 6. So you go up 6 points. You're at 56. Tess, you're the same. You have 2 conflict points for bonking. All right, so you get a difference of 4. So you go up by 4. So we have 53, 54, 56, and 68? Or 67? I think Peachy's at 67 now.
I'm at 68 now.
68? Okay, yeah. All right, let's take a look at the morality for you guys. So, Peachy, your morality is compassion and weakness. Settling big disputes without violence through talk. Do you feel like you did anything in that regard? And, you know, big in this instance could be like, you know, when it comes to violence, right? If anything comes to violence and you settle it, we'll consider that. Because this one seems really tough to get extra things from. So basically, if you stop violence from happening and follow the Jedi Code, then yes, I consider that to be a motivation or morality that you followed. So I'll change that for you now. Settling disputes without violence through talk.
I don't think I did this episode anymore.
Yeah. So you don't think you did that at all?
Nope.
Okay. That's fair.
Do think I came to my emotional weakness though.
You said what's your weakness? Your weakness here is compassion and weakness. Do you feel like you were compassionate for someone? You gave like, oh, you mean the guy that you bonked?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think that?
Because I guess it doesn't really make sense where I gave into the wrong side.
Well, I mean that's what that's what the
sense,
conflict points are for, right? So
yeah.
All right. So Kika, yours is ambition and coldness. Aims to remove all slavery from the galaxy. I don't feel like you tread on that too deep, so you muted.
That didn't come up.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. No, it didn't come up at all. Fuzzy, yours is independence and fear, and you want.
I think there was definitely some fear.
Yeah. So those 2 things will only trigger if I roll a D100 at the start of the game, which we'll start doing next session. Now that everyone has different morality scores, and if yours gets triggered, then you can have a chance to either be have independence of the group, or act upon fear to either go get a really big boon in the light side or really, really big boon towards the dark side. So that's what that means.
Right.
So your motive is revenge, revenge of killing his master personally. That didn't get addressed at all. And Tess, yours is pride and recklessness. Your motive is glory, and you aim towards spreading the legend of her name. I would argue that maybe yes, you did this, considering that you were given an opportunity to describe your job, and you went for something that was in the mind's eye of a lot of people, and you're very recognizable with your cat. Would everyone agree with that? Yeah. Okay. So Tess, you take an additional 5 experience points. Everyone take 20. So Tess, you would have 25 total. And that pretty much sums up all the things we need to do post game. So there'll be so going forward, because you guys are Jedi, you're going to be swept into conflict a lot, right? This is sort of, this first session was more of a setup to get you guys into a conflict and the situation after that, So we'll see how you guys progress as Force users. keeping in mind that also when it comes to flipping dark side points, I was only able, like, I have clear things in my head. Flipping 3 dark side points generally means that I can take advantage of a situation that you guys are in. But, you know, you also weren't doing, like, it really depended. Like, if you had, like, a better, you know, pilot, for example, or something like that, like, this sort of stuff would have been easy to outrun. But you chose to go for a different side. So that's fine. That's pretty much how this works. Welcome to Star Wars. So, yeah, let's do some shout-outs then. Tess, let's start with you.
I'm Tess. I stream action RPGs and FPS games and sometimes scary games, and I love cats and lizards and fish, and I stream every day around 9 a.m. Eastern or a little earlier, except for Mondays. And I wear a heart rate monitor on stream so you guys can see how excited or scared or super intensely focused I am. Did I mention I love cats? And running and biking and cats. So yeah, that's basically me.
Nice. Fuzzy, let's hear from you.
Hello, I'm Fuzzy Freaks. I do fuzzy things over on twitch.tv/Fuzzy Freaks. At the moment, I am basically cracked out on 7 Days to Die. It's Horde night tomorrow, so, you know, tune in to watch us all die horribly. My precious, hard sort of like hard-built fortifications just get overwhelmed by hordes of zombies, and just, yeah, probably salt and rage quitting. Hi! Could be great.
Peachy, what up, mate? How you doing?
Oh, hello there. My name's Peachy Pixel 8. That's the number 8, not the letter 8. Directly after this, guys, we are going to be playing some Team Fortress 2 with everyone in the community. So if you want to join in and play a bit of Team Fortress with us, just come and join the stream and jump in the games. We're going to do that in about half an hour for however long till I want to go to sleep. So, yeah, tune in for that.
Nice. And last but not least, we have the lady in red, Miss Leku herself, Kika.
Hi, I'm Kika. You can catch me streaming at twitch.tv/Kika. That's twitch.tv/KIKKA, where I play old RPGs and try to voice act every single character in the game, and also play Dungeons and Dragons occasionally. Currently, I am playing through Final Fantasy IX, and tonight I will also be streaming some work on cosplay construction. I'm working on making a 2B cosplay from Nier Automata. And you can also catch me on Twitter at twitter.com/KikaVO.
Nice.
Do a lot of tweeting.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed tonight's show. If you did, consider following the channel. And if you're feeling real sassy, why not subscribe? Get access to my cock. Spread that all over Twitch. It's a very unique cock. Lots and lots of faces. Yeah.
I zoned out for a second and then heard cock and was like, oh,
yeah.
Sad.
So guys, there will be no
A
Omen.
dick joke, 20 years in the making.
Oh yeah. There will be no Omen tonight, but straight after this, we're going to be doing the first official run of Die Party Replay, where we replay all of the games that we played this week. There's been 3 of them this week, I believe. Others were sort of cancelled due to unforeseen circumstances. We will be running through the character creation of LA at Night and the first episode, plus some other ones. I believe Void Baron's in there too. And we're going to be moving on to the character creation for this game, and then this one. Then after that, we're going to be dipping into the archives and going straight for Die Party Fulcrum, which is a Mutants and Masterminds superhero game. So we'll be starting from the very beginning of that. And
I love Mutants and Masterminds.
yeah, it's a good system. A little weird with the rolling, but good all the same. I enjoy my time in there. So if you want to find out all about that, stick around. We'll be streaming that shit all weekend on VODs and stuff, so it'll be great. Guys, thank you very much for playing. I hope you enjoyed your time here. It's definitely going to get a lot more like I am a Jedi sort of things moving forward, so don't worry about that. You just have to, we have to get the Luke Skywalker moment. So,
It's a hero's journey, right? So, there's got to be like the initial baby faltering.
Yeah.
As long as it starts with milk, I'm more than happy.
I am
It
the
did
worst
start with
shadow
milk.
ever. I'm the worst Jedi Shadow ever.
Ooh.
Don't worry, you'll get it. I'm a little rough when it comes to role playing, but you kind of you tried to bullshit on us. It's like
We got out bullshit. We're Babby Jedi. We got out bullshitted.
yeah, it won't happen again. You will wise up in the ways of the Force. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. We out of here. Have a good night, and remember, the Force is with you as long as you don't let other people see that it's with you. Because it's legal. Good night.
What happens if you shout about it?